Eric, when you're around,
Yeah.
I look for a lot, my dude, my guy.
All right, my guy.
Friend. Every Tuesday night, we like to go live for you between the times of 5 and 6 we start. So just tune in, like, subscribe everywhere you can, and you'll get the notification. You get that notification, Eric? That we're going live?
That's what I just saw,
Perfect.
but it looks like we're stalled.
No, that's fine. That's fine. Don't worry about any of this. The only thing we need to worry about is if one thing specifically stalls.
Right.
If this is all stalled, we're good, and this is working, we're good.
Right.
It's just if one thing is not moving, tell me. Cool? Cool. Because I know you guys can all see it. Pappa J, you can't see it. Let me move your screen. You guys are a bunch of dirty people. Don't. You're going to ruin the whole studio. I see you already pulling things. Sit down. You had COVID. You got COVID. Sit down. How's that? Let me see if it shows up in your camera. Nope. Can you see it? Is it a little sideways?
Damn, I'm looking good, man.
Your diet's working, my friend.
You asked me if I lost weight.
That's funny because I asked MTN's wife if she lost weight today.
Oh, yeah?
That's funny. But she actually did it probably healthily. You did it by shoving your two fingers, your dick skinners, right in the back of your tonsil hockey.
And puking all night long.
Shotgunning yourself, my friend. You literally, doesn't he look a little slimmer? Look at his chest. It's not as puffed up. It's like saggy because he doesn't have a lot of...
How you figure?
I'm like,
you see?
I'm like, it looks like he's sucking his gut in. And then he let it out. I was like, oh, he was.
It's just, he's going through a phase in his life, and he does this quite a bit. What are you yelling?
This thing's too bright.
Okay, let me shut that. Let me,
that?
Yep.
Let me turn the wrestling off before we start the show.
Sucks.
Yeah.
I was going to watch the wrestling.
I know.
There we
did
go.
the show.
There you
Eric.
Hey, remember? Oh,
Man, you guys ready to have a good show?
dude, I'm excited.
Are you?
I'm excited.
This guy looks half awake.
Show with
No, I was
Pappa
'cause I was
J.
sick last
It's because
night.
he's half dying.
I am.
Well, you got COVID?
No.
Let's be fair. I specifically told him, unless it's COVID, if you're sick, don't fucking tell me. Because then you're just going to have to stay home.
Oh.
Right.
So either you lie to us and come over and we don't really get sick, which never happens, or you fucking stay home with whatever sickness you got.
He always
Right.
gets sick.
I know, but
I
you
never
notice
get sick.
how he hasn't been talking about it, and today you kind of let it slip, unfortunately.
Yeah, I was fucking sick as a dog last night.
It's probably broken back.
Something,
Till
man.
1:30.
Something.
Fucking stupid COVID.
Do we need to make
Did
you
you
go
did you eat one of those
get
bad
a third
bad
round of
wieners?
vaccinations? Fourth round? You need a fourth round, bud?
That's right.
Is that what this means?
I'm in line for the third round. I'm ready to go.
Oh, well, this is the 168th round of Big Lip Radio. Let's start it, bud. That's not it.
Here's Big Lip Radio from iHeartRadio.
There are only so many buttons on that computer, man.
There's a lot of buttons, man. One screen, 30 buttons. You figure it out. You tell me. But I can tell you, Pappa J, this is Big Lip Radio. One of the ways we like to promote that is by you making an ass of yourself.
That's right.
By promoting our lip service. What
That's
do you
right.
do? What is it for?
Right. Well, lip service, let me tell you what we do with lip service is we reinvest into the show, which may include bringing me home from work. So what we do is we got 3 levels that you can buy in at. We got cold, we got flu, we got COVID. We got whatever level that'll fit your chosen lifestyle.
Oh
You just buy right in.
I hate it when you say that.
That's how it works, man.
That's so funny, though. Whatever fits your chosen lifestyle.
chosen
And right
lifestyle.
now, there's so many. So you can be those people that take it a certain way, but that means you're probably that kind of way. You know what I mean?
And if you're that kind of way, then you must do the COVID level. Right.
Yes.
Yeah,
Hey,
especially
thanks
if
for
you're
the
that kind of way.
follow, Pedikin.
Wow, look at that.
Yep.
We're just growing like a weed.
Whatever,
So,
Pappa J.
we need you new guys. You Johnny-come-latelys to sign up for lip service. It goes from incredibly inexpensive to kind of inexpensive.
Whatever you fit your
Right.
chosen lifestyle, you couldn't put it any better, Pappa J.
Right, so if you're sitting in your mama's basement, you know you've got some extra money.
If you're squashing bugs on the floor of that old concrete cement floor your bed's sitting on, that's all old metal spring frame bed.
That's right.
Yeah, I
you
used
got
to
a
have
few
one of those.
dollars you can kick my way.
Yeah, there you go.
I mean, our way. That's the way I like it. So, in order to advertise...
I'll kick you some way.
In order to advertise lip service, what I'll do is I will take a famous piece of entertainment, TV, wrestling, music, whatever, and I'll turn that into an advertisement for lip service. This week, man, I've got a great piece. It's really simple. You're going to get it. You're going to get it from the first word.
Have I ever talked about this before?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
It's
Is it one of my favorite things?
I was just thinking first word Nakatomi.
Nakatomi? Oh, that's Die Hard. See, you're right. I would have got it if that was it. If this is it. Go ahead, Pappa J. Let me see you make an ass of yourself. Now, remember, last few times you've had to restart.
Now, that's right. Not this time. But you do have to tell me the specific series this is.
Okay.
And the clue will be in the quote if you listen closely.
All right. Let's go.
Space. The final frontier. These are the voyages of Starship Enterprise. Its 5-year mission to explore strange new worlds, to seek out new life and new civilizations, and to boldly go to lip service from BigLipRadio.com.
Guess who I am?
You got it.
Who am I? I got it. I got it.
You're trying to be Pappa J.
Trek Wars.
Trek Wars, you son of a bitch.
Star.
It was the episode where...
It's Star Trek, and it's the next generation, my dude.
That's right.
I ain't stupid.
Did you?
I ain't stupid. I've talked many times about how my grandmother, your mother,
Right.
the one you don't love too much, I really love. And
I
that's
just
why
bought her a friggin' house
She
today.
still don't love you.
Wait, you just bought
Second
her a house?
house.
She still. I know you did. That's swinging dick right there. That the live event from IZW helped you out, didn't it?
Right, so you
Jeez.
guys lip service, man. I just bought the old lady a friggin' house, man.
You bought
So-
your own mom a second house.
Right,
Now you're
another,
old lady.
A house for the second time. So
It's a double
you
wide?
guys got to step it up.
You bought the other half?
It's actually a
Double
park.
wide.
It's actually a park model. So anyway, you guys need to step it up.
Okay.
Because one day I'm gonna buy her a house that I won't have to take the wheels off of,
Or
and
put
that's
windows
gonna be
in?
a great day. That'll be
Let's hear what it was supposed to sound like at least.
All
Let's
right,
do it
let's
some
do
justice
that.
because I've already told you every time you imitate, you usually sound like
A wrestler.
Hulk Hogan that's got kicked in the balls. Your voice is a little higher. No,
Fight a frontier, brother.
It's deep, brother. Like Hulk Hogan's. Yours is hey, what's up, brother?
space.
Yeah, there you
The
go.
final
Let's hear what
frontier.
it was supposed to sound like. You cut this, by the way.
I love this opening.
The feels.
Right? I want to go watch this. Hey, let's call in tomorrow. Let's watch the first season.
I got 80 hours of sick left.
Oh, that's awesome.
Let's go.
Well, you better save that for when you get COVID because you're not vaccinated.
Space. The final frontier.
You didn't have an accent. You failed.
These are the voyages.
You failed,
of
Pappa J.
Starship Enterprise.
But hey, like I said,
Starship.
my starship, the final frontier. My grandmother, your mom, used to buy. She was a part of like some VHS club,
Right?
and she would pay like 25 cents, and she'd get series of VHSs. It was before DVDs.
Yeah, it's the one where if you contract to buy 10 overpriced VHS tapes or DVDs, you could get 5 for a penny.
Remember that, dude?
Right.
They had book clubs like that. They had
Right.
all kinds of things before the internet was very popular in our lives like it is now. Magazines would be sent to your house.
CDs.
What was it called? It was something on auction house. I forget what the hell. It was a magazine that would
The
show
Bradley Exchange?
something.
They had all those
the
cool
Brigade
plates.
Bridge or something. I don't know, like that. The
Cool
reading.
collector plates,
You're
and
right.
statues.
Oh, that's right. They had plates in
Bradford
there.
Exchange.
Oh, that's
That's
what it
it.
is. Norman Rockwell plates is the other one
Right.
we're looking for.
Right.
Oh my
Right.
gosh! The only reason why I know that is because she used to order things from that. She
Right.
was that person. And
Right.
this
That was my
Star
mama.
Trek: The Next Generation series came in that package, dude. And I would stay at her house a lot of the times because my mom was out working 2 or 3 jobs and doing whatever she had to do.
It was Columbia House.
Columbia House.
Well,
yes.
Columbia House is the records and tapes, but with the
Oh, that's right.
collectibles. All right, yeah.
Oh,
So
my
thanks
gosh.
for listening, guys, and next week be sure to tune in.
Get the heck out of here, Pappa J. I guess that's your hint to start the show. All right,
Come on,
let's
crank
do
it up, man. Crank it up.
That'll be 3,000.
Listening to Big Lip Radio. Here are your hosts, Pappa J, Zmunny, and
Mama always told me be a man, that I should get my shit together for it while I can. Like, yeah, whatever. I said, Mama, you don't understand, cause I'm gonna be stupid famous and rocking in a band. Yeah, you know. Couple years later, here I am. I'm living the big city life.
Welcome to the 168th episode of Big Lip Radio. I am your host, Pappa J. Along with your co-host, this August 31st, 2021, Zmunny.
It's like I'm always on the back foot.
Woo, baby, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. I know I rushed Pappa J through that, but we can't forget about one of our favorite friends.
Who's that?
Our bestest friend in the whole wide world. Or at least to me and not you, Pappa J. His name is Eric. Say what's up, Eric.
Hey, guys. How's it
Oh,
going?
my
Look
gosh.
at that, huh?
You ready?
I think we're ready. We're
Sorry.
ready. Are you ready?
I was busy looking up when the next IZW event was, so I got lost in the sauce.
Do you know what it is?
It's in November.
Fully
Papa J?
loaded November 20, October 20.
It's November.
It's November.
My
baby.
friend.
Yeah, November 28th, man.
You're
Everybody
okay.
chill out.
Hold on. I gotta.
We got to
Hold
talk
on.
about this weekend first.
Stop. You literally just stroked out again. You, no fucking joke, had some sort of weird situation. I don't know if it's a
I
stroke.
got hit with a chair.
I don't know what it is, but you, no joke, just forgot a lot of things you just looked up. You know what I mean?
Right,
Does that make
November 28th, man.
sense? Okay, November 28th is what?
IZW fully legal.
Oh, that's the other one I was waiting for.
You were waiting
Because
for me to
before
go
the
the other
show,
way.
you didn't say fully legal.
I was imagining nachos. I keep calling it fully loaded, and I shouldn't do that. It's fully legal.
But why are they calling it fully
You
legal?
kept saying fully loaded, and I'm like, what are you talking about?
Do you know why?
Yeah, because it is the 21st anniversary of IZW Wrestling. They are now fully legal.
Yes, 21st anniversary. You guys can get your tickets at their Facebook page, IZW Wrestling AZ. I think that's their Instagram page. Either way, IZW
Right.
Wrestling, type that in, and they're usually the first one to pop up.
Right.
Click that one. My friend, if you go to their Facebook, they make it real easy for you. Click that blue
Right.
banner that says get your tickets, and you can get your tickets now. I think VIP tickets are already sold out, like you said, Pappa J.
VIP couch tickets are absolutely sold out. This
What?
will be the last event that has couches.
Yes.
Oh,
The
man.
venue's under new management,
Mm-hmm.
so those are gone. Get your VIP tickets
Jesus.
while they're still available.
You okay?
Now,
you got
this
snot?
last event, IZW Grand Prix, we had a lot of things worked out for it. We had a lot of merchandise. We had a lot.
Yeah, we
we're
did.
giving away prizes. You know what I
Oh,
mean? We're giving away
man.
free product.
That raffle was amazing.
We were doing interviews. There was a lot going on, and those details have not been ironed out for this next event yet.
Not yet.
So once they are, you guys out there in viewership land watching us live right now or listening to the podcast
Right.
a day later on iHeartRadio, Spotify, iTunes, wherever you get your podcast, you'll be able to hear those details.
Right. Right. The one detail I didn't know is why Aunt Kathy gave us a frowny face last week.
That's the one detail we need to not stick to. It's somebody who doesn't like us giving us a frowny face. It's very apparent. It's very
There's
apparent.
someone who
One
loves
thing
us
I got to
gave us
find
a
out is
frowny
why you're
face.
stroking out. We had IZW Grand Prix this last Saturday.
Oh my God!
Papa
It was
J.
so
and
great.
You couldn't remember squat that day.
You not only it
I was
started.
making sure we were getting interviews.
Oh, no.
It
You
started
couldn't
off.
remember.
I was on my way to the event.
Yeah.
Tempe Sun Studios of Arizona.
Right.
You were on your way. We're gonna get there at 3:00.
Right.
I get a hot text from you. Oh crap! I forgot the GoPro and the microphone clamps.
shit,
I gotta
that's
turn
right.
around and go get it.
You forgot the microphone clamps.
No,
I
you-
forgot the GoPro.
You forgot the microphone clamps and the GoPro.
Oh, you gonna blame that on me?
What do you mean? You're the old one that forgets everything.
No, that was on you.
That's why you guys don't have a checklist, man.
So,
you guys
yeah,
should
I
have
had-
a roadie checklist.
You already stroked out and forgot something. So
Right off the
You
bat.
went home, came back, that's fine. And then it was my turn because apparently I stroked out and I forgot some stuff at home. You had something about you when you came back after that second time. Now, I didn't see you first, but I know you were in a different spirit because you'd forgotten something. And normally when you forget something, it puts you in a weird frame of mind.
I
Like,
get
all right,
upset.
now the show's going to be delayed, blah, blah, blah. Nothing's going to work out right.
If I forget something or spill something, I get really just off the chain upset. Now, I don't know why I've always been that way. It's just me.
What do you forget?
Right as the show he forgot his GoPro. Right as the show started, that's not the only instance where you stroked out. I'm gonna go through a few of them.
You got a whole list?
I got a whole list.
Oh, because
buddy.
I know
way.
a couple.
I got you give your couple and I'll give my couple. This is why it's
You
very
probably- there's probably one of the
concerning
same.
to me, Pappa J. The second thing you ended up doing was not shortly after when we started the podcast. Now,
Yeah, it was a good podcast.
we had Larry getting ready to jump in and give us a great interview.
Oh, we'll
get some
cover
content.
that later.
Get
Oh
some
my
content
God.
with Larry, which we'll get into later. But you, no joke, just hopped in. As I said, okay, we're live. You didn't say, hey, this is Big Pappa J, and you're listening to BigLipRadio presents Gimmicks and Angles, IZW Grand Prix. You didn't do none of that. You kind of just said, hey, Larry, what's up, bud? Let's hear you talk some crap.
Yep.
And I'm like, what is this?
Yeah.
I
now,
did?
Now we're kind of pulling back
I
the
don't
curtain a little
remember
bit
that. I
because
don't remember that.
if you don't do a podcast, you won't know that. Usually, you got to open the podcast and say,
Right.
"Hey, this is me. This is what we're doing, and this is why we're here," type of thing.
Right.
And then go in, "Hey, we got this guy here, and he's gonna do X, Y, Z, and this is his name. What's up, bud? How you doing?" None of that happened. This is my co-host Zmunny. This is Pappa J. We're here live at IZW. You notice how? Did you listen to that? At least the first, I would say, 10 minutes
did.
of that podcast.
I like the way you orchestrated the opening.
I appreciate that.
That
Now,
was
there's a
good.
reason why that all happened.
Because he didn't say it.
Because there was none of that happened. I didn't cut anything out. You notice?
Right,
I just
right,
faded
right.
some music, and then you just came in highballing. At the top of the podcast,
Came
if you
in
go
hot.
to, where you get your podcast, we put up BigLipRadio presents IZW, the new podcast Grand Prix. So if you don't want to see these little snippets and you want to listen to the whole thing,
The whole thing, the whole audio version,
the
beginning
whole
to end.
audio version, you can. If you're
Yeah.
on a go and you just want it for background noise, put
Right.
it in and play it. My goodness, that first part, I had to no joke put not a disclaimer, but an
filter?
intro.
Right, I heard
Ladies
that.
and gentlemen,
That
you're
sounded
listening to BigLipRadio presents IZW Grand Prix, and I wasn't.
I loved it.
wasn't like specifically. I had to put something on there so people knew what the fuck they were listening to. Pappa J, does that make any sense?
Oh, kind of, yeah.
I appreciate the good praises, but you're trying to
Sounded great.
give me some candy so I don't lay into you as hard, right?
Here, look what's
Like
in this
Eric
ad.
gave us some condoms that has little lube on it. Like I gotta use one of those if that's what you're
Those are
asking.
So
expired.
did he.
They're expired
They'll get you
condoms.
babies.
He's
Those
got
get
a-
you babies.
He's got a carbuncle or something. Anyway.
You no joke forgot to open the show. Anything? Nothing?
Well, you know,
I'll give you a chance to rebuttal.
I didn't realize
Can you
that
even
until just
remember-
right now.
Well,
Because the editing skills makes that go away. So I understand.
Even after hearing you open the show, as I listened to the beginning of it and see how it flowed,
So you don't
I didn't
recall
stop
that?
to think about it. Yeah, you know what? I never did open up the show. I only
do you,
get
do
the
you know how many
man.
times
I
you
was
told the
very
same
excited.
person you want to interview him after you'd already
Oh,
interviewed
we'll
him?
get to that. We'll
Oh
get to
my
that.
gosh, Eric, that's a good one too.
Dude,
I don't
yeah,
even have
the
that one
same
on my
guy
list.
walked by like 3 times
You
like,
don't have that under. That was the big one. That's the one stroke out I remember. This
What?
dude, one of the coolest wrestlers out there, the Shade.
Yeah.
The guy, this dude is so cool. You want to like be his friend, and you want him to think you're cool. 'Cause
Yes.
he's one of those kind of cool.
And then when he comes and sits down with you, you get all timid because you don't think you're as cool as him.
right, because
Yeah.
he's cool.
Yep.
So anyway,
DA Shade on Instagram.
The Shade.
DA_Shade on Instagram.
right,
Yes.
right. Look him up. He's a great.
Okay,
freaking
so
wrestler.
since you kind of recall your own stroke out, why don't you let me know, Pappa J?
That one was hugely embarrassing because we interviewed him during the pre-show.
Yes.
And now the pre-show's over, and we're just catch can, trying to get as many wrestlers as we
The
can,
live show that we did there.
so we can put them up for YouTube content and give them a little bit of a voice, some material they can use
Yeah.
for their own media.
Everybody loves to get interviewed.
I see the Shade. He goes walking by. I'm like, the Shade, man, give us 5-10 minutes. He looked at me kind of funny, and then you looked at me and said, dude. I'm like, what? We already interviewed him. I'm like, no, we didn't.
10 minutes at least.
No, we didn't.
You said that to me, and I'm like, are you kidding me?
And then he walks by again, and I'm like, dude, I'm an asshole. We already got you. He looked at me. He said, at least you can admit it. And shut the fucking door.
yeah, but then you asked him again for an interview.
No, I didn't. After that, we were doing shtick.
Oh.
Yeah, he kept coming
right.
up.
Oh, is that what you're calling it
Right,
He
yeah.
kept, he,
Yeah.
he kept coming
now?
up
I wasn't
to me.
there for
I
this
thought
one,
they called
so
it Alzheimer's.
you got to take Pappa J's word, I guess, at this point.
He would walk by me from
Uh-huh.
behind, and just before
Ew,
I
what?
see him coming, he
Ew,
would,
what?
just before I feel him coming, he would
Ew,
go,
what?
he would go, I already did your podcast. He said,
Why the fuck you lying?
Jesus,
man.
dude.
yeah,
Wow.
that was horribly embarrassing. I do remember that. There were other stroke out times.
There was
I don't remember any other stroke out times.
There was a few.
I mean,
others.
I was
do you
beaten with a
remember
chair.
we were interviewing Maserati? Not during the live show. She came on after the show,
Right.
whereas
And
The Shade was during the live show. We got him right at the very end of our live show. He wasn't something.
He was the last guy.
He wasn't something we did just one off like we did to a bunch of other wrestlers.
Right.
We shut the live show
He
off.
was
and
part of the
interviewed-
live show.
Do you remember us interviewing her, Maserati?
Oh yeah.
Now, do you remember?
I
any-
remember
So you got to get a
forgetting-
backstory. Who is Maserati?
Maserati is a up and coming
MAZZ. Right.
wrestler that's doing the whole tour. She's really good.
Right. She's
Now,
amazing.
She is very good. I went and saw her match specifically, and I paid
Technically,
attention.
she's one of the better.
Her wrestling
performers.
skills are way up there.
Right.
Like I could see her being on one of the higher paid promotions for sure.
Right.
No joke.
Right.
No joke. Very, very talented young lady, and got a mind about her. She can talk. She can
Right.
speak.
Right.
So you guys had her. We got her in for an interview.
Got her in for an interview.
Brought her in.
Pappa J.
I remember this interview. Where'd I stroke out?
What do you
You
think?
don't remember this
let me,
interview?
Hold on.
I
Let
do
me,
remember.
Oh.
let me ask you a question. What do you think you said to her, or talked to her about, or asked her about? Any idea?
I asked her what wrestling belt she had,
Okay.
where she got started,
Yeah.
where she went to school.
All right.
The
Anything
usual questions when you're introducing a wrestler that most of your audience has yet to hear from.
Where does she want to go?
Yeah, where does she see herself in 5 years?
No. That's not the question. Where does she want to go?
What do you mean?
I'm kind of confused too.
Yeah, see,
Really?
now you're
It has-
soaking out.
it
That's
has
not
to
where I
involve
was going.
France.
What I was going.
And not-
You asked her where she. She said France for something. Remember, she was talking.
Yeah,
about,
we're talking about
It's 'cause
food.
Gino came in, man.
Gino
came
came
out
in.
and started hitting on her.
Oh.
and asked
Gino
her-
was making
That's
some
it.
moves.
You guys don't remember
He was
squat.
shooting his shot. I do, but I wasn't even fucking thinking of that. The things you think about when I'm on a subject is very different
I'm
than
just
what
making
I think
sure
about.
that-
What I was gonna mention. That's funny you said that because we almost both stroked out.
Told her to go to Pomo's, have some nice pizza.
You no joke, for whatever reason,
All
and
right.
I don't know where it came from, or I can't remember. Maybe you might be able to enlighten me once I give you this
All right.
reminder. You told her at one point in this interview
All right.
that children call you Uncle Diddles.
No, you. This asshole.
So
goes-
now you suddenly remember? See, I
Yeah,
told
now
you.
you remember it?
Yeah.
This asshole is
What?
trying
It's
to
my fault
rephrase-
now?
Yeah, because
Did
you
you
said
pull that clip out?
You said, what did the twins' friends used to call you? I didn't volunteer that information. You asked the goddamn
How did
question.
that even come up? Because you were being creepy in Papa J's creepy
Yep,
way.
he
I
was.
was not.
And then I said,
Well,
what is
actually, then when Gino came in, I thought he was being creepy.
Gino was just as creepy, but it's more appropriate because he's probably her age.
Papa
we
J
needed a
is
fourth mic in there.
73
We
years
needed a
old.
fourth mic because I was sitting there like, dude, I want to jump in here so bad.
my
I'm pretty close to her
gosh.
age.
Not even close.
Yeah.
You're
Not-
like
not
20
even
years
close.
off.
She's half your
20
age.
years off. I feel like. I feel like.
It's
so-
half. It's half.
That's
So-
the right age.
You're 62.
What
She's
do you remember?
31.
What I mean? We're gonna release that interview soon, so the truth
right,
will come
that's
to
coming
light.
up tomorrow.
The truth will come to light. We've been releasing interviews each day, by the way. So if you guys catch
Right.
us on all of our social media at BigLipRadio, that
Actually-
includes YouTube and what's up?
Let's do the
TikTok.
order. We got Man in Black coming up tomorrow.
Okay.
Thursday, The Shade.
Yeah.
Friday, Maserati.
Mm-hmm.
And then over the weekend, we'll have John Wolfgang.
Oh.
Right. All coming up.
I gotcha.
So you're going to want to tune into our YouTube page.
Let's go check it out at BigLipRadio. You can just literally Google us and you'll find out where
Right.
all this stuff is. Like,
Right.
follow, subscribe, and you'll get all these crazy updates. But what the heck, Papa J? Why? Why you? Why am I related to Uncle Diddles? Why is Uncle Diddles my uncle?
Because you're proud of
Why
it.
isn't he
You
in
want-
jail?
I thought you were gonna say a different P word, not proud. I thought
You're-
you're private of me.
No,
or
you're,
something
you're
weird.
proud of it, which is why you keep asking me in front of people, hey, what do twins' friends call you?
Because you volunteered that information a couple podcasts ago, and it kind of took me off guard. So I wanted to see if it was still true. That's why I came up and asked you. But that's something you said beforehand led me to thinking about that. You know what I mean? If that makes any sense. There's something that you ended up saying before that made me ask you that because you were being a complete creep.
I was not.
You were talking about how she's a 10 out of 10 and,
Right.
and how she's
I
the
was
best.
selling
You
her,
were
you're
being
right.
very
I-
generous. You were awesome. There was nothing,
I informed
guess,
the
weird
audience
about it.
correctly
Okay.
that for those who don't have a video picture and are just listening to this, who you are listening to is who Sasha Banks thinks she looks like. Right. Right. If Sasha Banks looked as good as she thinks she looks, is how I phrased
That's
it,
right.
she would look like Maserati. And that's who we're talking to. Right. Not creepy about that. I'm selling her.
But you kept going, and we'll find out. Just make sure you pay attention to our social
And
media. You'll hear that interview. You guys judge
And
for
I said,
yourself.
let me see your feet.
Oh my
No, I
gosh.
didn't say
Let
that.
us
I'm
know.
kidding.
Let us know. But I do know the guy we're honestly about to get into is leaving, which is weird.
Oh, no.
So it's sad, and he knew it was his part coming up, which is why I think
His
he's leaving.
part's coming up.
Yeah, it's not a part for him, but we have a board behind us. That I like
You
to
want to talk about Larry, and then we'll get to...
Yeah, let's
all
talk
right.
about Larry first, and then we'll get into him because I think he's no joke ditching us right now.
No,
'cause-
his phone's ringing. You couldn't hear it in your mic?
no, I couldn't
Oh,
because
I-
he's supposed to hold it up to the microphone like anybody else does. in
That's
this.
right. How come he didn't have to...
It's probably on vibrate or something.
It was.
Or I could be very paranoid and say he just pulled the phone out of his pocket because we're about to get into his little shenanigans. It's not his
Nah,
shenanigans.
he always has it sitting here because he uses it for timekeeping.
It's what happens. And there's a guy out there that we know by the name of Larry.
Larry, the #1 wrestling fan in all of Phoenix, Arizona.
Who I don't feel like understands what happens when he does certain things. Much like Eric, pulling the phone out of his goddamn pocket with his dick skinners and putting
Right.
it up to his face right live on the air and walking out of the room. He could have just left and then put it up to his ear and we wouldn't have had any known. But I saw him
Right.
on the phone as he walked out. So when he gets back, we're going to chastise him. Larry would definitely put Eric on a hook.
blast.
He would blast his ass. He'd put him right there. Tie his hands behind his back and punch him with his words right to his face. Pappa
Right.
J, we have another interview on our social media with this super fan called
Right.
Larry. What the heck, dude?
All right, Larry was my idea. Larry is loud, he's obnoxious, and he's foul-mouthed. And I thought it would be fun to open up the show, and it was. It'd be fun to open up the show with a segment we'll call Full Larry. Big Lip Radio's going Full Larry.
Yeah.
So, Larry...
Full Larry,
Right.
dude.
We're going to ask him 3 to 5 minutes, 8 if it's going good, about the card, his favorite wrestlers, the wrestlers he don't like. Well, my guy, Gino Rivera, he hates. So now he's talking about Gino Riviera, as
So
he calls him.
Larry is talking about Gino
Very unflattering.
because his match is that night.
Right.
He's wrestling that night at the IZW Grand Prix event that we
Right.
just had this last Saturday. He's wrestling, and Larry's the biggest super fan, but
And heckler.
when he does the biggest super heckler, I would
Right.
say, one of my favorite people because he doesn't hold back.
No, he's hilarious.
He looks
He
to his
brought a whole
left.
crowd with him.
He'll be sitting in that audience, and he'll look to his left. He'll see 3 or 4 kids. He'll look to his right, see 3 or 4 kids, and say, "Punch his dick off!" right. He's a pussy. Fuck that guy. He just yells and yells, and a lot of times it's very funny.
Right. He ain't afraid to use the F word when the time comes.
Oh, did you have to totally edit out that?
No, I didn't edit anything.
No,
So,
we didn't edit nothing.
there's-
It went
The
up
only
raw.
thing I did was cut out the gibberish before and after when we were starting and ending the show.
Rough, rugged, and raw.
Oh my gosh. I do know that this guy has a mouth.
Yeah, he does.
He's like Jimmy Hart if Jimmy Hart ate 300 Big Macs
300 Hershey bars.
within a month frame. Like, I'll give him a month to do that, but I feel like you're going to be a different person after that month than you did when you started.
And then played hockey for a decade with no dentistry.
Right?
Yep. That's
And
Larry.
then end up in that wheelchair, that motorized wheelchair,
Right.
just spewing over the sides. Like, favorite guy, favorite fan. I heard him say so many ruthless things. You might be like, Zach, Zmunny, why
Right,
did you just call that guy fat, right? Wait till you go to right now. It's already up.
take
It's
it.
already up.
Right.
Go listen to what this gentleman says, and you won't have any hard feelings about what I say about him. And he enjoys it.
Now,
He
right.
soaks it in. The things that this dude says, Pappa J.
He and Gino Rivera got into it so epically. Now, as you listen to this, fans, understand, afterwards, after the show was over, I went to shake Larry's hand and thank him for 37 minutes of pure gold. And he said, "That was a blast. I'd love to do it again next week." And the
said
dude,
that?
oh yeah, he had so much fun, dude.
Yeah.
The dude was taking a shellacking from Gino like
Ooh.
we had never witnessed before. He said, "Oh, I can see you having sex with that chair."
Because that's the sound the chair makes.
And he's
when you scoot it forward
6
and back.
inches and back 6 inches. Oh my God, so fucking.
Yeah, they were going
hilarious.
at it all night long.
The things these two said to each other,
Oh.
I couldn't believe one of them
vile.
was a wrestler, and I couldn't believe one of them was a fan.
Well,
Right.
actually, they both were wrestlers at one time.
At one point in
At
their
one
lives.
point,
He
he was
was a
an
wrestler.
ECW talent enhancement.
Now, let me tell you something. The way they conducted themselves, you could tell emotions were high. Senses were heightened.
Right.
Anger did not ensue.
Bad donuts
No.
were in a bag.
You notice? It wasn't just me.
No.
I was waiting for a swing.
When
I
am
heard your mom 50,000 times.
50,000
Your
times.
mom came. It was like I was back in high school again. I heard that so many times to where it wasn't even offensive anymore. I was like, all right, I just want to hit somebody, and nobody hit nobody.
Yeah, it's like
That's the actual
Gino was
wrestling.
like, you came here on the short bus, and Larry was like, yeah, with your mom driving it, it's Larry the Love Bus. I was like,
There was a lot of good zingers in this one. I tell you what.
holy shit!
And you've taken the time to go split this all up, Papa
right
J.
in the bite-sized chunks.
And I felt like Gino himself, or according to Larry, Gina.
right, Gino Riviera.
Gino Riviera. Instead of Gino Rivera.
right.
Gino Rivera. Gino had a firecracker in his ass, too.
You know what? You should make Larry a shirt. This is Gina Riviera.
Right?
And give it to him for the next event.
That'd be the best. That'd be the best.
Well, I don't know if he's still gonna hate him after he's a babyface.
The thing
Well, actually,
is,
you know what? Gina Riviera. What is it? What's the next show?
fully legal.
Fully legal.
Right,
Gino
barely
Riviera.
legal, fully loaded, whatever it
It's
is.
just like a tube top covering his titties because his belly's all hanging out and everything.
Dude,
He's one of my favorite
Larry would
people.
love it if it said Gina Riviera.
He would wear that, I feel like.
Yeah,
Right.
he would.
He was
Right,
wearing our last freaking shirt we had for the last event.
right, he was.
Oh my gosh, I'll get on your shirt if you're watching. By the way, Larry, I'll get you for the next event. I don't remember. I didn't forget. So this gentleman in Gino, I
Oh,
can't just blame
They were cat
Larry.
fighting, man. They were
I
cat
can't
fighting.
just blame Larry
Nope,
because Gino participated.
Oh, he
pushed as
jumped
hard
right in.
as he could.
He pushed back.
Well, he was the one that came and sat down.
He came and sat down because
He heard
as-
his name.
before Gino was at our table. He started talking about Gino as a wrestler, because you asked him about the matches, and he's like,
Right,
"I want
right.
to talk." And Larry's, "I want to talk about this guy, Gino Riviera," and it was very ironic that Gino, a couple seconds later, walked out of the locker room, and I was like, "Is that Gina? Is that Gina that you were telling me about?" And he came over
Sat down.
and gave Larry the biggest earful. Now it might
Well,
be
he said Gina went over to his booth, was like organizing his stuff, and then like kept looking over. He's like, "Oh, I want to be in this limelight." Came over and sat down.
the things. It may be low-hanging fruit because this gentleman, Larry, is overweight and in a wheelchair.
Right.
It's not a lie, and I'm not like sugar. There's
Oh,
no
we
sugar.
we talked about it.
There's no sugarcoating.
Larry talked about
It's very
how that
apparent.
happened.
There's
Right.
no shaming here. That's
Before
just
the-
facts.
Before
Gino
the fun.
came in and annihilated this man.
Right.
I keep holding up my knife hand like I'm in boot camp. I just realized that. I'm holding up this freaking thing here, and I'm like talking with it.
You and Steven
I'm
Skull?
shaking it like the knife hand in boot camp or whatever.
Right.
So these two are arguing back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and then we get into the interview where Larry leaves, and it's just Gino.
Right.
It's Gino on the microphones with us, and we're excited. We're like, heck yeah, we get to go ahead and interview this guy again. He's one of our favorite people to interview
Right.
because he's got so much to offer, and it's you got to navigate him. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's not just a simple forward face, and that's what I like about
It's a
Gino.
Three-dimensional human being with a hell of a story, and I couldn't wait to get to it.
Not only do you have to work your way to the front and to the back,
Right.
but you got to get the sides of that gentleman. You got to get the top of his
You
head.
can't figure out half the stuff
You got to
he's
get.
saying.
I know exactly what he's saying. It just he puts it in a way like if you listen to rap or hip hop or
Right.
something like that, you understand everything that dude says.
Very poetic.
Very poetic. It rhymes. It's not even rapping. He's just talking to you, and it makes sense. I told you so. Like Gino Rivera, come on, man, you're a genius.
Right.
But you definitely grabbed the low hanging fruit.
So-
You made fun of me because of my veneers. They're not veneers, they're real teeth. That's what happens when you brush your teeth.
I thought those were caps.
No, that's funny, right? You too. Brush your teeth, asshole. That's funny.
So this
So,
time,
see, look, he's trying to let there. So what he did, no, Pappa J, I know where you're getting
okay,
to.
go ahead.
Let me tell you first.
Go ahead,
Eric
please.
took a lot of shit on Saturday night at the IZW pay-per-view event. He did nothing but help us out. And another way you stroked out, by the way, is part of the list. He helped out the whole time.
Right. He busted his ass.
Does he show up every Tuesday?
He does.
Does he bring some snacks?
He does.
Now, I feel like you, I just confirmed that you're stroking out based off what I'm about to tell you next because you have no idea what we're getting into.
Uh-oh.
You know, Joke looked at our buddy, our bestest friend in the world here, the one who brings snack for snack time and shows up every Tuesday unlike anybody else.
Right.
Because nobody loves us. Everybody loves us. But you told him
Right.
that he doesn't bring shit to this show. You told him he doesn't do anything for this show. And it's on the podcast because it was live when it happened. And it kind of like, I was like, oh, Gino had looked at Eric at one point and said, "Shut up, Baldy."
No,
and you're
Four
like,
Eyes.
4 Eyes. And you're like, oh, that's not 4 Eyes. That's Uncle Fester.
That's Uncle Fester.
So not only did you tell Eric he doesn't offer anything to the show, do you remember because he asked you how much has the Eagle donated?
Oh yeah,
And
'cause
you
said-
don't
you
give a price.
No,
It's
no,
not-
no. He
it's not
just said
fair.
he brought some. No, like, oh, that's cool.
And then you said, the exchange when you said, not late. Eagle brings this much.
Right.
What do you bring? That's what you told Eric, our buddy.
So this is
our
my
friend
last
right
show.
here.
I'll be speaking.
You said he brings more than you. You said the Eagle brings more than Eric right here in front of me, late.
Well,
our buddy.
I don't have to be stroked out to say that.
You said that to our friend who shows up every freaking. You said he
With
and
no
then-
money.
And then how'd you rebuttal? Like, go ahead, tell your story, defend yourself, my friend.
I don't remember what I said.
You stroking out too?
He is.
It took
I think
me
you're
way-
making this whole
No,
thing
I had to
up.
let it roll off
It's
my
on
back
the
because
podcast.
it's just like,
You'll go
okay.
listen to the live show on our YouTube as
All
well
right.
as all of our. Go listen, Facebook.
It's on my phone.
It's up there. Go listen to it. You tell him he is Uncle Fester, which you've said plenty of times before.
Right,
and then you
right.
tell
That's a
him he
good
doesn't
one. I like
contribute
that
not even a quarter as much as somebody who's never here on Tuesday.
But always fills my pocket with money.
Well, that's true. You said, "What does you're starting to remember now?"
No, but
Because you kind of said that. You said something along those lines where you were like, "Well, you know what? Words and showing up and snacks don't fill my pocket full of cash."
Oh my God! Wait, I remember. I
See?
said I can't.
See, you're
put.
stroking. You're
I
stroking.
can't put snacks in the gas tank. No,
That's
that was
what you said, Dick.
That was
To your
our-
friend who shows up every Tuesday.
So he's not having any snacks.
that was 100% shtick, man. I was
Don't pat
making
his
a joke.
shoulder like
He's on
you're
a diet now.
apologizing. Well, he's throwing it all up. That's karma. That's why he's losing weight. He feels bad, or at
Oh
least
my
I hope
God!
he does.
I was making that was simply for entertainment purposes.
Uh-huh.
Simply.
Yeah,
for
whatever.
entertainment purposes.
I don't believe any. I don't believe any of that.
I can't pay my mortgage with snacks. I said you gotta bring something.
That was the dumbest thing. I was so upset. So that's a true number you see, my friend.
Right.
I got to tell you, though,
Yes, please.
we got more to discuss about this event. I feel like we've only just scratched the surface of just outrageous. You notice how we haven't talked about any of the wrestling? We haven't talked about, because when we did our show, it was before all these events happened.
Right.
And normally we'd sit here and talk about the matches and how great they were, which they were, by the way, which we'll probably get into some of them. And I've noticed some things, too, about our friend here, Eric. You notice how we're discovering a dark side to this man?
Right.
The condoms.
The condoms,
You got
the pregnancy
the
test.
tester, the bumps on the lower back. You got a lot of
Right.
different things going on right now, and we're trying to figure it out.
Mysterious doctor payments. I mean, there's all kinds of shit going on.
That's a little too much.
That's
How did you feel after this event, Eric? Like, after the night was over,
know,
without
that-
going into detail
so-
of the other things that happened, based off of what we just covered, how did that make you feel, I guess I should ask? Did you even notice it? Because Caden
It's
was
just stuff I
K-Dog
gotta let
was the
roll
one,
off my shoulder.
He was the one running the GoPro. If you go watch that video,
Right.
and as they're making fun of you, he pans over to you right as they.
great timing.
I was like, who is this kid that's holding this GoPro camera?
Right.
Pans over at you, and you're just kind of shaking your head like, I have nothing to
little
say to
bit,
this.
like,
Because
yeah,
Gino just
whatever.
called you Four Eyes, and then Pappa J piled on and said, no, that's not Four Eyes, it's Uncle Fester. How did that make it? Did you feel anyway? Because I would.
I didn't have a mic.
You could have just, give me that mic. I'm telling you now, you got a mic. How does that make you feel?
It's frustrating.
Yeah. Why? Because you do so much for the show?
Oh, when he was when you guys were having the interview with Gino and Maserati. Oh, I so wish I had a mic. But
Why? Is there a specific?
there was
moment
there's some banter that was going on back and forth. I was gonna slam him down on it, man.
Well, because I agree with you. He was very creepy.
He was.
Very
I was
cool.
gonna call him by that.
I was selling.
Here's the weird thing
Right.
I've noticed about you, Pappa J. Whenever we do an interview with a woman,
Uh-huh.
anybody, It always is
Hold
the
on, a
creepy. Yeah, right. You're like a woman. See that you do that.
Hey.
Okay, if you're watching right now, you just saw him get into his creep stance. That's the same. If you watch our videos of these interviews with these females, that's the same creep stance he gets into. He gets all relaxed. He kind of pulls his moose knuckle out of his crotch, and so if he gets a stiffy, it doesn't outline in his pants. Because he knows the chicks don't care about that right now, right?
Are you kidding? I think she was into me.
Eric's always showing me his moose knuckle.
Yeah, I know you like it.
It's my look. You're scooting closer to me so I don't see you on the camera. You dickhead. Here, I actually got to lower this. Let me lower the camera. There it is. Moose knuckle. So he scoots into the front of the table. Oh my gosh, boy.
At any rate, I was just selling Maserati as a performer, an artist, and an athlete.
You were?
Yeah.
Well,
that's all that was.
See, what I was thinking is, you remember you were just talking about his face? He puts on his Chris Hansen face.
Yeah.
You know, the one that you'd see on his show.
I don't know that one. Explain it.
You don't know Chris Hansen?
No, I don't.
To Catch a Predator?
No, I don't. Explain
I've been watching a lot of YouTube Chris Hansen Catch a Predator lately.
He's like, once Chris Hansen catches him, he's
Right.
like, that's his face. Like, ooh.
Oh, you mean I'm a caught predator guy?
You're the caught predator guy.
Oh, that ain't fun. I want to be the Chris Hansen interview guy.
I'm sorry, guys.
So I was
Did you say...
right. I have the transcripts right here. Oh no. No, you don't.
I didn't think she was 13. Well, she says right here in the beginning that she's 13 years old.
Here's the problem, Pappa J.
Right.
I feel like you're trying to like the wrong people. Because your friends tend to love you, myself,
Right.
Eric, whoever other friends you got. I feel like we all tend to love you, but you just don't want... I don't think you want that kind of friendship because the people who you're trying to get to like you talk shit about all your friends.
Here's
you.
Here's how it works. Here's what you guys need to understand.
What do we need to understand?
Okay, we've been together as entertainment / business partners for 12 years. Been together as family for life.
Stop fucking lying.
But understand this:
What? You're gay?
For just 1 grain of Gino Rivera acceptance, I would throw both of you right under the bus.
Get the fuck out of
Yeah,
here.
remember that. Both of you.
He doesn't even like you. He
Right
just uses
under
you for
the-
BigLipRadio.
He's beat you up twice now.
We'll get into that later in the second half, but
Right.
Pappa J,
That's it. We're gonna have Maserati kick his ass next time.
Pappa J, I can tell you something, my friend. You're looking for the friends in the wrong places when you're already surrounded. See this fucking
See,
hand?
these
I can't
guys-
put this fucking hand away. Tell me when I'm doing it. It's like my crutch.
These guys
today.
are so
You
close.
see it?
Yeah.
Fucking chopping the air with my hand, my
These
knife
guys
hand.
are so close to
It reminds me of Talladega Nights where the guy's like,
Fuck
what
out.
do I do
put
with
my
my
hands
hands?
under my armpits right fucking now. This is stupid. It's stupid.
Superstar?
I do like that shirt. I do like that shirt, by the way.
That's a cool cursive one of a kind. So if you guys want this shirt,
So
hit
what
me up
off-
on all of our social media. Just say, I want that shirt, and the first person to do it, I'll sign it and send it to you right off my back. I'm not making a new one. And I'll stand up even for those of you who are watching. It literally says BigLipRadio in cursive. You guys can find that and plenty of other
awesome.
merch. Just hit us up. Go to our store, BigLipRadio.com/store. Pappa J, though, come on, man. Pick your friends.
I did, Gino.
Pick your nose.
God damn it. What do we do, Eric? Do we kick him off the fucking show?
I guess so.
Go start a show with Gino,
Look,
Pappa J.
look,
Why'd
man.
you go do that?
There's enough of me
Eric's
to go.
starting to sign your checks, so pretty soon we won't need you at all. He's already easing into snacks.
He is easing into
and then he's
snacks,
going to
I've
ease into,
noticed.
hey, what do you guys need for membership recurring? I'll take some of that off your shoulders. Once that happens, you're fucked, Pappa J.
Look, there's enough
Stroking out,
of
mother-
Pappa J to go around.
Ew.
I can be here for you guys and Gino, who said I was on fire, by the way.
Well, that's because, he's using you. He wants to come back on the show. He wants to make
blame
sure
him.
that
It's pretty sure.
he's in your good graces, so you invite him back. But he's
I'm on
easily
fire.
forgetting.
He wants to use your 3 followers.
Yeah, he wants to use all 4 of our followers to get the biggest recognition. Remember, he already knows you're not powerful, Pappa J. He said that in his interview.
What? Now, that was just shtick.
That was just jokes.
That
You see, you
was
even knifed hand like
jokes.
I've been doing the whole night. That was just.
That was just jokes.
Well, you know it's not jokes.
What's that?
A few words from our sponsor. my
Yeah.
Oh man,
What's up?
I just beat my last video game.
What do you mean you beat your last video game?
Yeah, I just beat Super Mario, Donkey Kong Country. I mean, I beat them all.
Are you sure you've beat them all?
Well, No.
Well, you know what you need to do? You need to get yourself down to Fallout Games in Tempe, North Phoenix, Paradise Valley, or the Mesa location. They specialize in all the old school video games. Or you can go to falloutgames.net and see what they got online as well. But it's best to go to store location. You get the whole experience. They even got Legos.
Oh, geez, thanks. I'm going now.
Hey, this is Drab T-shirt from the Big O and Duke Show and the Junkies in Washington, D.C. And I listen to BigLipRadio after I've listened to everything else on the internet. And when I say everything else, I mean everything else. Rally the Horde, The Minority Report, Hard Times and Weirdness, Joe Rogan, Play to Win Radio with AWOD, The Down...
Snack time!
Making pancakes, that's what it's gonna make. Bacon pancakes. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, we ain't making bacon pancakes, but what we are doing is trying snacks on Snack Time.
Right.
Woo! And what we do is after we try these snacks, we give a little review, what we did like, what we didn't like, and a score based on a scale of 1 to 5.
Right.
0 to 5, we should say.
Right. Let me pull back the curtain real quick.
Go ahead, Pappa J. Go ahead.
I received a criticism over the weekend. Our most popular segment, people love this segment, but a lot of times, a lot of people aren't sure which snack we're talking about as we grade it. So,
really?
Yeah. Now,
how is that possible? Because I no joke, you read it off and I hold it up to the
you
fucking
hold up
camera.
to the camera, right? So I'm thinking, as people are driving, as people are working, as people are whatever they're doing when they're listening to the podcast, I think we need to bring up the name of whatever snack we're talking about.
Yeah.
Throughout the course of the
that makes
grading.
sense. I'm down to do that, but let's give wrestling a break right now. Let's split it up with some snack time.
Right.
Let's go ahead and try some of these things. Get them out to you. Let you guys know what you can and can't try and where you can probably get them. When we come back, we usually do this for 30, 45 minutes, then we'll come back and do some wrestling, my friend. Hey, what do you got
first? Not wrestling,
first?
but just our contribution to an amazing show.
What do you got, Eric?
What is that, Eric?
This is Chewy Johnny Apple Treats from 1908 Candy Company. Artificially flavored.
Where did we find this?
I picked these guys up. These Chewy Johnny Apple Treats from Sweetie. I don't know. I'm just going to fucking say it over and over.
Right.
So,
That's from
Chewy Johnny
Sweeties?
Apple Treats from Sweeties Candies here in Arizona.
Sweeties. That's a big candy warehouse.
I think it's out in Tempe, over in that general
They're getting a
area.
whole load of sodas coming in from Colorado or somewhere.
These guys are well known for having not exotic and different candies, but I feel like more retro candies and bulk candies.
You want candy cigarettes? They got them at Sweeties.
You got them
got
at
cigars
Sweeties.
too.
That's
they
awesome.
have
They got
all
Zots.
the Zots, Sixlets, whatever you want, the Jelly Bellies, all the different individual flavors.
They got
where you can get all
habanero
the big-
peppers too.
Sweeties is a good place in Arizona to get your candies.
You can get some barf soda. You get some love potion.
Chewy Johnny Apple Treats. Now these are. Is it the same company that did Charleston Chew?
Show 'em, man.
I did.
No, you didn't.
I've held it
There
up
you go.
just like this.
Nope.
4
There you go.
times. Jesus.
You did it in front of the mic.
Listen,
So
if we do this over and over and over, we're not going to get through the show. So I'm going to mention the
I'm
snack
just making
once
sure.
or twice, and if
Oh.
you can't pay attention, that's
They're
your own
sealed.
damn fault.
That's sealed today.
I do the show for me, not for you.
That's
Chewy
little green
Johnny
apples.
Apple Treats, my
Little
friend.
tiny green
1908 Candy Company.
Never heard of them.
I've not either. Well, Chewy, I think, is the brand.
Whoa.
Let's read the back of this. The candy that launched a million childhood. 1908 is bringing back your favorites, and they're better than you remember. Candy is a candy does. Oh, what? Candy is
Candy
as
is?
candy does, and oh golly, does this candy do. Lovable and kind, this candy sees the best in people and answers the higher candy calling. So would you ask or like an apple treat? I don't know why it says ask. It's dumb. It looks like just a bunch of sugar.
It is.
It's weird that there are green apples inside there when it's a red apple on the package.
That's the other thing. I'll show the package again of these
We'll get
Chewy
another one
Johnny
of those,
apple
bud.
treats. Now I was expecting
Red ones?
no, like a caramel flavor over the top, because when you look at the packaging,
okay.
it kind of reminds you of like a caramel
Caramel apple,
apple
right.
something thing. I didn't expect to pull them out and see a lime green lime. I guess I'm holding it up to
You
the
know
camera.
what?
When you taste it, it's a green apple, brother.
These are good.
Well, they're chewy. They're not hard at all.
It's just chewy.
I know, but you'd expect like a little shell, a little kind of hesitation, but there wasn't. It just your teeth sunk right in. Ooh.
But you know what? When you said the caramel,
uh-huh,
these would taste really good with a light caramel coating.
Mm-hmm. That's what I was kind of. Maybe that's just what I'm set up for.
We should send them an email.
Like the caramel apple suckers, but that's like a
The
whole nother sack.
The sour and the sweet would go together nicely.
Okay, let me try one. Let me try another one.
Oh, you haven't? Oh, okay.
I tried one.
Sorry, man.
No, I'm trying a couple of them. Let me buy one and a half.
Alert, man. They're pretty goddamn good.
Okay, well, what do you think, Pappa J? While I'm sitting here making up my mind.
They taste like green apples, like sour green apples like you would get on a farm when you'd pick them early in the season.
Uh-huh.
And
they're good, man.
They're chewy like a dot.
Like a chewy Johnny apple treat?
These are way better than dots.
Oh, yeah. Kick dots.
Because you're not getting stuck in your teeth and, like, you have to suck it out.
But this is easy, a 4.5. The sugar, so much sugar. It's sour at first and really sweet later.
It's got that malic acid.
It is really good. 4.5 out of 5. What do you think, Late?
Dude, I give these a 5 because I've gone back 3 times. 4. Gone back 4 times. These are really good.
Right.
Because they're not, like, super intense.
All right. What score did you give it?
5.
A what?
These are 5.
You're like, blah.
Blah. The chewy Johnny apple treats are a 5.
Your shirts are going to say blive on it
Because
from now on.
I want to have another box of these in my pantry. I'm going to stop at Sweeties.
Really good.
All right. Hold on. So every time I bite into one of these,
yeah,
it feels like I'm biting through sugar that has sat in the bottom of a bowl of milk. And you get that big spoonful of sugar with a little bit of milk, and you kind of shovel it in your mouth, and you kind of chew it around because it's more granules than it is liquid. When I take a bite of these things, these little chewy Johnny apple treats, I get that same texture across my teeth.
This is going to bring it into focus for you. This is the same company that makes hot tamales.
Because when you bite into a hot tamale, now you bring it up, you get that same
sugary.
It's like a grainy, but it's not sandy. It's way smaller
Right.
than. It's fine. It's a fine grain.
So what do you give these?
Mr. Melon, lemon heads.
Now, the
and-
tartness is there. I couldn't eat this whole bag because I
boy,
know
I could.
a quarter of the way through, my
stomach
tongue is
ache.
going to be
All
tore
shriveled up.
Oh, yeah.
Much like it is from when you eat warheads, right? Like
Right,
sour
right.
warheads, when you eat those, after 2 or 3 of those suckers, your tongue is cracked. It's shriveled up like a raisin. It's not good. Right now, my tongue is good, but I feel like I'm reaching for more. Halfway through this pack, it's not. I'm sweating. Look under my cheeks right now. If you can see the light on the live stream, if you're
on
watching, no, it's not. It just started when I eated these. It
It's
started when
warm
I
in here,
eated
man.
these.
You get that COVID thing.
So the weirdest thing is it's cooler outside and it's cooler in this house than it has ever been any other day. But yet
That's true.
It does still feel hot in here, which I contribute to this, and that's that malic acid you're eating, Eric. That's
And
why
the
all of a
humidity
sudden
that's outside
got-
right now.
Love these so much.
that malic acid is making me sweat.
But man,
I can't give it a 5 for that reason. If I could devour that whole pack,
so you give the Johnny apple treats a what?
it's a 4 out of 5.
4 out of 5.
The Johnny apple treats are for sure a
That's
4.
a great score.
It's a nice chewy texture.
It's a quality candy.
It's not like a dot where when you chew a dot, it gets stuck in your teeth for like at least 10 minutes.
Right.
And you're sitting there getting it out of your tooth with your tongue. This doesn't get stuck in your teeth. I like that.
So good.
4 out of 5. 4 out of 5. What you got there, Eric?
I got some Smart Food Krispy Kreme donut.
How the fuck are you going to call... Hold on.
A Krispy
The
Kreme
irony
donut.
here.
Hey.
The fucking irony. Right? Is it just me? The irony? It's a Krispy Kreme donut-flavored smart popcorn.
Smart food.
Well, look at all the air in that bag. I'm showing you guys like, ooh. Smart Food is the brand. Limited time flavor. Krispy Kreme. Original glazed donut. That's what the bag says. I'm showing you guys right now on all of our live stream.
These might be a little interesting when you open
Is
the
your
bag.
mouth watering yet?
No.
Open the bag already. That's what it says.
Does it?
Yeah.
Now, Smart Food popcorn is pretty good. I really
On
like
its
their
own?
white cheddar.
Yes, on its own, it's really good without any flavor. The white cheddar is one of my favorite
It's a go-to.
treats. You could. How smart is this? I don't know, because you're shoving kernel after kernel in between your teeth, which on one hand is flossing and getting all the stuff out, but on the other hand is inflating your gums because you're shoving
Right,
things
it's
into.
affecting your damn gums.
And then the calories per serving is 140. So that's 1.5 cup size. There's 8 servings per this bag. So 140 times 8, mathematician. Go ahead, Pappa J. Either way, I don't think it's too smart. It's just like a bag of chips, I feel like. Let me grab this bag of Doritos right here. This bag...
1,024.
Oh, my God.
1,024.
Okay, so let's just start off like this. The servings in this smart popcorn before we open it up and eat it is 8.
8 what? 8 ounces?
8 servings.
Oh,
8
okay.
servings. The servings in this bag of Doritos is 9 servings.
Okay, how big are the bags themselves?
Each serving, it says right here in
Okay.
parentheses, 28 grams.
All right.
Each one is the very same. It says 28 grams. And 28
right.
grams of this smart popcorn, you get 140 calories.
All right.
Which is usually what everybody looks at because it's the biggest fucking thing in the bag because
Right.
you're all sheep and you like to do what you see big. 140 calories for that. How many calories do you think is in this 128 gram serving of Doritos?
220.
Oh, look at us.
Okay, how much do you want to bet that you're not even fucking close?
240.
You're not even close.
Are we going in the wrong direction?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah, okay, so I'll just give you the answer. It's 150 fucking calories in this bag.
It's way 10 more. It's 10 more than the
For
smart popcorn.
okay, smart guy. The big bag doesn't matter. Each serving is 28 grams for this bag,
Right.
and each serving is 28 grams for this bag. It
Yeah.
says it in parentheses. This 28 for the smart popcorn that tastes like Krispy Kreme donuts is 140 calories per 28 grams. This Doritos, this sounds so stupid. I'm boring the fuck out of everybody. This Dorito bag is 150 calories per 28 grams.
So
So
I'm gonna
just
say
10
10
more.
calories.
Just 10 more calories. You guys should be trying this popcorn now. I don't know what you're doing. I'm padding while you guys try it.
Hey,
You guys are just listening to
Are
me
you
sound
done
like a retard.
rambling?
Yeah, no. Try the popcorn, Eric. Did you try it? Give
No.
a score.
You're over there just ranting and raving.
I'm waiting for you to chew because
I'm
I
waiting
don't
to
see
see
you
if you
guys
like it.
chewing. I don't see you chewing. Why is it holding it?
There's no popcorn as moose knuckle, which is holding the popcorn all by
This
itself.
moose knuckle just held onto a kernel. Camel toe, moose knuckle. That's what that is. Okay. I'm going to eat your moose knuckle popcorn right here. It fell on the floor, too.
Something that always goes good together, Z-Money.
Huh.
Caramel and butter.
You're right.
However, Krispy Kreme
That's what
doesn't
makes-
have caramel and butter donuts. They just have them wonderful glazed donuts. So
All
they
right.
should have foregone the butter.
I'll give my score. I'll give it. That is definitely a 4 out of 5.
That is so good.
Look at how full the kernels are.
Right.
The-
Smart pop.
The original white cheddar, like you said, is a 5 out of 5.
Right.
Without a doubt.
Amen, brother.
I could put that up to any bag of chips and eat that plus that other bag of chips probably because it's so damn good. There's nothing wrong with that bag of chips. It's just that popcorn, that Smart Choice popcorn with that white cheddar. This is a 4. You get that glazed. When you bite a glazed Krispy Kreme donut, it's almost like a soft shell. It's like a chocolate turtle shell.
Right.
Remember those chocolate turtle that you used to put on your ice cream and it would make the chocolate syrup cold and make it hard.
Right.
It'd
Give it a
turn
nice
it into a
crunchy
shell. The Krispy Kreme donut, after it kind of dries and cools a little bit,
Right.
it's got that thinnest texture, almost like the tiniest amount of resistance when you bite into it, but you can
Right,
feel
right,
it there.
right,
And it's
right,
it could be a shell if they kind of harden it more or put it in the fridge or freezer. This has that same crunch. This popcorn, this Smart Choice popcorn, has that same crunch of the Krispy Kreme donut. When you sink your teeth into it, Eric's beating Eric right now. I know
Eric's
he's-
eating
What?
all the popcorn, man.
So when I just took that bite,
He's holding it just far enough away. I can't
there's a
reach.
very specific texture that you don't get in that white cheddar or any other Smart popcorn.
Right.
That's pretty good.
Because it has that glaze on it.
Right.
4 out of 5. 4 out of 5. Not a 5 because I don't want to eat this whole bag because my teeth already got
I'ma give
kernels
it-
in it. It's not good.
Right. I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5, but for a different reason.
Go ahead.
It doesn't taste at all like a Krispy Kreme. It tastes wonderful. And if it was a Krispy Kreme taste, it'd be a 5 out of 5.
I guess that makes more sense because kernels in any popcorn get stuck in your teeth. I just noticed that white cheddar though, it doesn't really
So
get stuck in my
yummy.
teeth. I'm telling you, I can suffer through that. The few that have gotten stuck in my teeth from this is not good. So you give that a what, Pappa J?
4 out of 5
What
because
do you-
it's not a Krispy Kreme flavor. It's a delicious flavor, but it's not Krispy Kreme.
What do you give it, Eric? Thank you.
A
buddy.
4 out of 5. That was
You give it a
actually
4?
pretty tasty.
You have been
Oh,
eating the whole bag the
delicious.
whole time, so
He has
I'm
been
curious to
bogarting
hear what you have to say about it. Do you have anything to say about it?
You know, I thought it was light and airy. It's not like over
It
intense.
is very light and airy. I agree.
Yeah,
Is that
it is.
is
It's
that
not a real heavy flavor.
is that a Smart popcorn signature though? Because a lot of their popcorn is light and airy.
I think Krispy Kreme donuts, just their regular glazed donuts, I don't feel are overpowering, so I think that's what they were going for.
All right, so everybody give it a 4. Ugh.
Right.
Oh, I don't have any cups, my boy. My guys.
What? No
I don't have any
cups?
But I'm not worried about it, Eric. We got one more solid snack before we get into our 2 liquids here.
No cups and lots of
Go
COVID.
ahead and open up and explain that while I grab
Dude,
the
we
cups.
got new Tangy Ranch Doritos.
Wow, so what is the difference between Tangy Ranch and Cool Ranch?
These are 150. Oh, it doesn't say. It just says flavor on another level.
Interesting. Tangy
I wonder
Ranch.
what the,
Doritos.
what do you think? Think these are going to kick butt?
Yes, it's a Dorito.
Let's see.
Oh, look. You found cups.
Smell that. Smells pretty good. Here, smell this, buddy. Smell this.
Here, put your nose in there.
Sriracha?
I don't know.
Smells like sriracha. Sriracha!
It feels furry.
Whoa, what? What do
The
you...
chip feels furry.
Like it's got a costume of a kitten on or something?
Right.
You know, that's got a weird taste.
Right. It's got a slight kitty cat taste to it.
It's got a...
Tastes a little bit like bad breath. You know, there's a lot of garlic in there.
Hold on.
A lot of garlic. I think that's what I'm tasting.
I think that's what's trying to make the tangy flavor, because Pringle put out like a garlic roasted Pringles chip,
Yeah.
Oh, that's better. That's better.
and this
Right, regular.
and this has
Doritos.
that same weird. It's almost like when you go outside, back up north or somewhere where there's a lot of water, and you got frogs and toads or something like that, and the toad has been squished on the road, and you can kind of
Right.
smell like the dead toad aroma.
Right.
This has that taste, like a dead animal or something is in the road that you can smell from a distance. That smell is what this tastes like.
What is the name of this flavor again?
It's called Tangy Ranch, dude.
I feel like I know what tangy tastes like. This don't taste like tangy.
You feel like you know what it tastes like?
Yeah, I feel like
know-
I know what tangy tastes like.
You know, when you said garlic, I was thinking, yeah, it's got a funky taste to it.
That is that garlic. You're burping?
Yeah.
You're burping over there?
It's weird.
garlic.
It tastes like roadkill. Like you smell roadkill, that's what this tastes
It
like.
tastes like they screwed up Doritos.
Onions, garlic.
They put
and-
way too much garlic on there.
yeah.
Does it?
Oh, I was going to put that chip back. I got to eat it now.
And nothing is tangy.
Garlic powder. Yeah, that's bad. The kids will eat it, right?
I don't know.
Maybe.
Throw it away.
What score
Not
do
if
you
we
give it?
love them.
What do you give that Doritos Tangy Ranch flavored chip, Pappa J?
A 2. I give it a 2. Too bad. I mean, it's a Doritos, so you know the chip itself is dynamite. But that flavoring just don't cut it, brother.
You're right. What do you give it, Eric?
I give it a 1 because that's the worst Dorito of the entire lineup.
And we got a lot. We
There's
actually
a
have,
lot.
say that.
we
There's
actually
a
have
lot
a
of lineup.
sriracha Dorito
And I
chip.
bet those taste way better than that did.
Amen. They will.
We have
That
all
was
the Doritos
gross.
behind you, the Mountain Dew flavored Doritos, the cheeseburger
Oh, how
Doritos.
great were those?
We have so many different Dorito flavors. I feel
Okay,
like
okay, maybe 1.5 now.
we're Dorito.
Mountain Dew Doritos don't sound good.
Oh, the tangy pickle? That was tangy.
Ooh, but it didn't taste like garlic.
No, it tasted tangy.
Maybe it's the ranch that's mixed with that tangy that gives it that garlic flavor. Either way, what'd you give it, Eric?
I give it a 1.
You gave it a 1, Pappa J?
I give it a 2.
You gave it a 2? I'm going to have to give it a 1. Oh, definitely now.
I
That
mean-
aftertaste, even after beer, doesn't fix it. The beer does not fix the aftertaste of this nastiness.
I mean, it's a Dorito. If I'm using cow pie dipping, it's still a Dorito chip. You're going to get a 2.
Oh, that's not good. 1 for sure, dude. 1.
Dude, so we got a special gift from a viewer.
I
did?
love it.
We did.
What is it?
It is a Heineken 0.0 alcohol free.
Was that like a vape cartridge or something?
Dude, look at the box. Show the box off.
I know.
So it came in this tiny little box.
It looks super small. It says hashtag now you can try Heineken 0.0 0% alcohol, 100% taste.
Pop that box open.
It's cool. It's like a little.
It's tiny.
It's small. It's really
It's
small.
You know,
Heineken. I'm showing everybody the Heineken logo.
it's actually kind of cute. It's
a
like,
cute
it's
little
like a little
can.
puppy. It's like
Like you can't. This package is so small and it fits so tight.
Yeah.
You can't
Straight
even.
in.
You have to dump the can of Heineken that's in there. I'm showing you guys right now. You have to dump the can out because you can't stick your fingers in there. Oh, look at this little guy.
it's just like
It's a little can of Heine. It's a little can of it's like the baby version of an actual beer.
Right.
It's like what they would give kids in grade school.
Pappa J,
Yes, sir.
what would it take to get you to try a sip of this?
Can't do it. Now, I appreciate where the head was of the
What'd you call me?
So what if we hold him down?
What are you going to give me? Why are you pointing at your penis when you say that?
listener who donated that to the show for tasting. However, I would just as soon keep the flavor of beer off of my lips.
Now, let's see if
How
it
do you know
has
it tastes like beer?
Well,
I'll tell you.
Heineken.
Now, let's hear if it has the same pop as a normal
All
beer
right.
would. The can's quite smaller, so I feel like the sound's going to be a little different. Let's pop this.
Is it gonna be high pitched?
Let me turn it down. Hold on.
There we go.
Now let's hear. I just sprayed my eyeballs. Sprayed my fucking eyeballs. Can't fucking see.
Hey, it's got a head on it.
What'd you call me? Why you keep pointing at your penis when you do it? You both are doing
Whoa.
some weird stick.
He's trying to do a Stone Cold.
Why are you guys quiet and staring at me while I drizzle this beer into my tonsils? I no joke, waterfalled that sucker in my mouth.
He did.
I don't know if it's good.
There he is. Hey.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Tastes like beer to me.
Yeah, it tastes like beer.
Doesn't look like beer.
It tastes like beer. There's a sweetness to it.
There's a whiteness to it, a clearness.
Ooh, it's grape. It's like a white grape with it. Like if you tried to Welch's white grape juice, don't, Pappa J. If you're
No, I'm not going to.
Okay, I was gonna say smell it, do whatever
Oh
you
yeah,
want.
that doesn't taste like beer.
There's like a white grape hint when you taste the Welch's white grape juice, and you get that flavor in your mouth. The aftertaste of this tastes like that.
Well, just like with Coors Cutter or Sharpies, I can tell by smelling that it's going to have a very earthy taste compared to a real beer.
Went down the rest.
No, I don't know if it's an earthy.
You can taste the barley, you can taste the hops.
It's very light.
grainy
It's like-
taste.
I feel like they use something different to
You
do
think?
this. Yeah, I don't think they use traditional styles to brew 0%. I'm a stupid ass, so if you know, please let us know so we don't continue to sound stupid. But I feel like there's something else in here, and it gives it that flavor because no beer I've ever tried gives me like a weird white grape, sweetish kind of hint at the end of it. It's always like a hard downer type. Not downer is negative, but like it's a deep taste. I guess is the word I'm looking for. It's a
lower
It's a
taste,
bolder
not a higher
taste.
taste.
Yes, usually at the front end the higher taste, and at the end is the bolder taste because it hits the back of your palate.
Right,
Or at least that's what
beer
happens
does.
to me. But this is kind of opposite. Up front, you get the beer taste for a second, but then it turns into like a very faint white grape mixed with this. I don't know.
Man.
If this had alcohol in it, I'd be in trouble right now because I'd want to drink 10,000 of them.
Yep.
They're pretty nice.
Dude,
huh?
Very light.
Wouldn't it be great if they had like a 30-pack of those, just
No.
like that?
No.
I want 2 scores from each of you gentlemen.
2
I
scores.
want 1 score out of 5, how close it tastes to a beer, and 2, how good the taste is out of 5.
How close to a regular beer?
Not a regular beer, just a beer. It might be a fruity
okay,
beer. It
so
might
it's got a head to it, and it tastes just like a. With all the beers I've tasted, it tastes like a beer.
It tastes like a craft beer.
Hold on. I'm completely against you. What score do you give it?
I'd give it a 3.
3?
For closeness to beer.
And the taste of a beer.
Okay,
3
and that's
and
that
3.
Heineken. Doesn't taste like beer to me. That's the problem.
It tastes
not
more.
at all, huh?
Tastes more on the
It tastes like
lighter
water
spectrum.
With, I figured it out.
Seltzer, maybe?
No,
No.
it maybe
No.
there's a little carbonation. Like I could down that whole can without. There's a little burp, right?
Right.
It's not a
fucking-
heavy beer.
Fucking white grape. I don't get a beer taste. I get a light, faint white grape.
That's probably because you're
All
drinking
right.
high test over there.
I don't know what it is. You're right. I drink dark beers. I like
you
dark
are
beers.
drinking a heavy pumpkin beer right now.
I drink dark beers, whether it's
right.
heavy or not. If it's dark, I like it. Guinness, Kilt Lifter. I like all the dark beers. It's one of my favorites.
Right.
Smithwick's. I can keep going. This is nothing close to that. And I think because you're right, you guys make a valid point. This is very light because I drink heavy beers, and I'm not getting a beer taste for that. Call me an alcoholic. Call me what you want.
I've called you that before.
Yes, and we've gone over it many a fucking times on the show.
Many a show.
Not a beer, but for that reason, it's not a bad taste. Okay, I've said negative things. Here's the pros. It's not a
Right.
bad taste. It's very light, very refreshing. If I wasn't an alcoholic and I wasn't worried about relapsing, I would consider this.
Right.
If I was trying to, sober up a little bit, I'd consider this. It
Right.
still gives you something. You're drinking it out of a can that lets you know, hey, this could possibly be beer, and I think
Right,
that would be
right,
enough
right,
for
right.
me. So with that being
you
said,
could get through a wedding reception if you had to drive.
yeah, I could drink one of these. Maybe is that like a novelty can? Because that can is very small.
very
Eric.
small.
How big?
It's
How
called
many
a
ounces?
malt beverage.
How many ounces is that? Does it
It's
say
a
on the
malt
can?
I could smell.
5.1.
5.1 ounces. Okay, so it's very small.
Right.
Serve at 35 degrees.
A full can of that? I don't know. Maybe it might change the story, but
Right.
I could drink a bunch of these and be all right. Not drunk and not be like, ew, this is fucking disgusting.
Right.
Okay, so
Show up at a party with like a huge
3.5.
monster pack of those.
3.5 out of 5.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
I-
That's cool.
It's not going to do the job, which is kind of why I naysay it. But if you're trying not to get drunk, well, this will work for you.
Right.
This
You
will
don't
work
want to
for
stand out and you don't want to get
3.5, maybe a 4. Okay, maybe a 4. 3.5 for sure.
All right.
We
So,
got one more thing, dude.
We got
one more drink. Since Pappa J, we didn't want to leave you out in the cold. We
Right.
have
We do have a few minutes left in this segment.
We got Galaxy Burst by Ray's Energy. 0 sugar.
so
Rays?
Rays. Yes.
Hydrating electrolytes.
Rays isn't new. Here's the
Got-
problem.
This says you got to be above 18 to drink this.
Yeah, it says that on every energy drink. But
Mm-hmm.
it just like every alcoholic beverage, which is normally 21 on alcoholic
Right.
beverages. These Rays energy drinks, we've tried them in the past. Now, I'm not sure which ones we've tried because it
Right.
was so long ago, and then we just stopped trying them because we had other things that we wanted to try for snack time. But I'm pretty sure we've not ever tried this Galaxy Burst.
I don't remember it.
I don't have any cans up here that I'm looking through my snack time shelf because I save all the wrappers and everything. But we'll try it. If we have, who cares? Rays is a fairly new energy drink company. Their caffeine content usually ranges in the 120 milligrams to 220. Your average typical Monster is about 90 to 120. What are you doing?
Oh, somebody kicked out my chair, but they did it at a bad time.
Oh shucks. They did it at a bad time.
No, he did it-
Maybe you weren't talking in a microphone
See,
when they did it.
No, see, you don't do it when your legs are locked underneath the chair.
Did you like your legs? That's good.
My legs were underneath the chair when he hit it.
Was that a wake up call?
No, see, you don't do that. That's mean.
Like it'd be fine for me because I only weigh like 170
No,
pounds.
when your legs are forward and you do that,
as opposed
nothing
to
hurts.
215 pounds.
So you gotta be locked in.
Hey, drink more of these energy drinks. I guarantee you guys will shed some pounds. But let's try this
Oh my
Rays
God.
Galaxy Burst. Stop drinking all that fucking soda. Drink some water and energy drinks. You'll be good to go. Let's open this sucker. Oh yeah, nice little pop. Ooh, it smells good right off the top.
Smells like orange.
It does. Smells like orange. The can is orange. Let me just hold it up.
The liquid is blue.
It's clear, I feel like. Holding up to those who want to see our live stream. Here you go, Eric. Pull yourself down.
Galaxy.
It's a clear. It's definitely clear.
Oh, it is clear.
It's
Look
clear.
at that.
That smell is really good. It's very...
Is it sugar free?
Yes.
Yeah, it's got 0, 0. On the back of these energy drinks nowadays, they all just say 0, 0, 0. Unless it's the caffeine content.
0% alcohol.
Smells like baby aspirin.
No. It smells a little better. Like baby aspirin is the Wish version smell of this. You know what I mean? The Wish website.
Ugh. Guys, you need to get.
You're not a... Okay.
You need to get the real sugar stuff.
Hold on. I know you're not a connoisseur of energy drinks yet. We'll
No,
get
no,
you there.
it's- no,
We'll
I-
get you there.
I don't like the non-sugar.
I don't taste the non-sugar. That's the problem.
I do.
I taste Smarties. That's what I'm tasting right now. Smarties.
Sugar-free Smarties.
I've never tried them. I taste Smarties. That's all I taste. And usually Smarties aren't sugar-free. I'll give my score first. I'll go.
All right.
Smarties. Tastes like fucking Smarties. If you're a fan of candy, and you're a fan of sugar, and you're a fan of things tasting like they're sugar that don't have sugar, this is for you. This is a 5 out of 5. It doesn't have a tinny taste. Let's remember, energy drinks are very famous in the beginning. I don't know about it so much now for having a copperish, tinny taste to them when you down them. Red Bull was the biggest perpetrator of this taste in my life, and it was awful. It turned me off. I hated it because I just go suck on a fucking penny. I'm pretty sure all the germs off that penny will give me just as much energy as whatever stupid ass Red Bull there is. But this doesn't have that. It's a smooth taste, and there's no zing at the end. There's no bite. There's no no weird feeling up in your septum of your nose after you drink the carbonation like you would get in a Coke when you just down a Coke and you burp and it comes up through your nose.
Right.
None of this is happening. I kind of like this. I could do a lot more with it. I could drink more of these. For that reason, that's a 5, dude. That's a 5. It tastes like a sweet tart. Smarties. And it doesn't have that fake sugar taste at the end of it. What do they call that fake sugar? Sativa?
Aspartame.
Aspartame?
It's It's light tasting.
Yeah, it's not
Very light.
It's not bad.
It tastes like a
It's
creamsicle,
not horrible.
orange cream soda of some sort.
But it is so far from no aftertaste.
What's the aftertaste you're picking up?
The aspartame.
I get Smarties.
Do you?
Yeah.
I get no sugar aftertaste.
Yeah,
Maybe that's my
what I get,
generation
is
because
the
I
no
grew
And
up.
it's not real strong, but it's there.
Yeah, that just always. Whenever I taste something that's got the no sugar stuff, instantly you taste that and it's like it sticks with you. It's gross.
Yeah, I give it 2 out of 5.
Yeah, to be fair, 99% of the energy drinks are sugar free.
There we go. There we
And
go.
they're
Just
calorie free.
bring the sugar
and they're
back.
zero free. So
Oh, that's much better.
just remember when you say that about any other energy drink.
Right.
Okay.
I have a Red Bull every morning.
So I
Do you
give
have a
it.
sugar free Red Bull every morning?
No.
Hey, I'd give this energy drink a 1.5.
A 1?
Wow.
1.5.
A 1.5?
It's better than Doritos.
Just because it tastes like fake sugar?
Mm-hmm.
Which
Yeah.
you probably consume without even knowing it on a daily
Nope.
basis. What do you do, Papa J? What do you give it?
2.
2?
2. I could not drink that whole can.
You guys are
because
horse poo-poo right now.
The taste is
I'm drinking
horrible.
beer. Probably one of the most nastiest things you can mix with anything sweet or carbonated other than beer.
I got a Mountain Dew Code Red that's not exactly...
Ooh, it even brings out the flavor of that pumpkin porter, which gets me into trouble quite often. Which I
Right.
happen to get again.
Let's go driving.
You wanna?
Yeah.
Well, we're not out as yet. I only do this at pay-per-view events.
Let's
okay.
do another half hour of the show.
And then I forget
Drinking
something like the
more
microphone
beer.
clamps, and then go home and get them and bring my beer with me.
an open beer.
With an open beer. Hey, I've
Allegedly.
realized I got friends who care, okay?
Right.
Some people care about that, some people don't. Unfortunately, I'm the one that don't. I care about my friends, and I love the fact that they care about me. But I sent dude, it was weird.
Me too. That's why I love Eric.
I sent Eric a message, dude. It was bugging me because after he'd asked me, he's like, "You drove home with a road soda?" Without
Right.
me realizing,
Right.
like, because I forgot
Right.
something at the house, and I just grabbed my shit and went.
Right.
Didn't even realize I had it until I came back in. And you guys were like, "Was that open?" I was like, "Oh, fuck."
Right. You can walk it in
I don't think I drank it at
with
all.
an
I don't
open
remember.
Coca-Cola.
Yes.
It was Pepsi.
Yes.
Yes. But it was open.
You guys worried about the
It was
wrong
blue can, man.
things.
Blue can.
It was a kilt lifty. It was a kilty, my friend. That's the only thing I bring to live events. If you know me, you know me.
Guilty.
I bring other beer for other people at these events.
That's true. That's true. You were feeding Man in Black many beers, but none of them were yours.
Oktoberfest.
Right.
They were my beers. It's just they became
Yours,
his.
right.
They became his. Oh my gosh. Well, okay. Snack time. Not too bad today, right?
Right.
Not too bad. We had a lot of different
Nope.
snacks.
Snack time.
I did love the apples.
Whoa, which one was your favorite out of today's bunch?
The apple.
Yeah,
What are
the-
they called? Because you're the one that's not saying what they're called.
It is the Johnny Apple Treats, man.
There you go.
They're
Those
chewy
from
and
Chewy,
delicious.
Johnny Apple Treats. We got those at
From
Sweeties.
1908.
I agree.
1908 makes a lot of good stuff. I was looking at it
To
while
me,
we were doing it.
based off score, the
Right.
MVP would be that energy drink from Ray's. That Galaxy Burst from Ray's here.
Right.
I like that the most. I gave that a 5. The Chewies, I think, would be a second. But again, I couldn't finish the whole pack because that malic acid
Yeah.
makes you sweat almost like a spice does.
Right.
I can't handle that sometimes.
What do you think, Late? What's your number one dog
Right
today?
here.
Yeah,
Apples.
the Chewies. Oh, yep. So I guess you guys, since you both picked the Chewies as being the top dog,
Love them.
that's our MVP for today's show. So go to your local, I would say, in your, I don't know what you have in your area.
Hy-Vee has them.
Hy-Vee has these?
Hy-Vee grocery stores. I was reading on the website.
I bet they're on
looked
Amazon.
them up.
Oh, my gosh.
And
They're probably on
Amazon will
Amazon.
certainly have it.
Go find them. Try them out for yourself. Let us know what you think.
Delicious.
But I guess we can let you know what our sponsors think.
Yeah, that's the bathroom.
I guess we'll catch you on the flip side, guys. Later.
The year is 2012. The unthinkable has happened. The only progress left is made by the machines. If anyone can hear me, we must reclaim our birthright. PS1, Game Boy, NES, Genesis, Atari, Xbox, and all the others you remember from the past. The resistance has begun. Join us now at Fallout Games in Phoenix at 4139 West Bell Road and in Tempe at 1807 East Southern Avenue. The resistance needs you.
Very serious.
Hey, this is Drab T-shirt from the Big O and Duke Show and the Junkies in Washington, D.C. And I listen to BigLipRadio after I've listened to everything else on the internet. And when I say everything else, I mean everything else. Rally the Horde, Minority Report, Hard Times and Weirdness, Joe Rogan, Play to Win Radio with AWOD.
Nostalgia.
He's rocking it out over there today.
You having a stroke, Pappa J?
Oh, let me tell you, this is the greatest show on the friggin' planet. I don't care what anyone says.
That's one of my favorites to do. That's why we continue to do it, even though we have 2 supporters. I love it, and we're here for all of us, including you guys out there. But what we like to do is play a game called Nostalgia.
Zmunny, what is nostalgia?
Well, thank you for asking, Pappa J. Nostalgia is where I come up with one clue.
One clue.
Of a video game or a movie just for you. And it's usually about 30 seconds long.
About 90 seconds long.
You might be right again, Pappa J. God damn it, why are you always right? But your goal is to guess the name of this clue, whether it's the movie title, whether it's a video game title. Go to all of our social media, anywhere. Type in the name of this movie or video game, and there's timestamps, so I'll know who was first. There's more than one winner, so that's not to be concerned, but I usually like to do the ones that guess first right. So I'll hit you up via DM. You'll get a picture with all kinds of different prizes you can pick from, and that's how you know you will be the winner. So we like to review the last week's clip before we do this week's. What, Eric?
None.
Oh, I thought you were going to throw that box at me. I see you picked that box up out of
Right,
nowhere
looked like you
for
had
no
something you
fucking
wanted to
apparent
say.
reason. You picked up that box and you won't tell us what it is. I pointed at you because you picked up the box. Why'd
You
pick
picked up the box and then you looked at him
You
expectantly.
did. Why'd you pick up the box?
I just picked it up.
Yeah, right. You can't trick me. But hey, I can trick you guys with this nostalgia. Let's review last week's. Go over it. You guys can guess all you want. What?
Did we do one last week?
Yes,
we did.
The week before, we only did one.
Right.
So we did
a recap and drunkenly moved on to
we
guess
debuted.
that actor.
Well, that was the week before. So last week we only had to show the new one.
Right.
We'll bring
So
it on then, man.
We're going to
Bring it
review last week's again without further ado. Here is the clip for you. You guys need to get your brains right. You guys need to stop doing drugs or whatever.
So good.
Any idea, Pappa J? Hold on. Before you say it. Eric, do you know?
We determined it's on a Sega system.
You're correct. It came out on the Sega Genesis. And then there was a 1, 2, and 3. And there was also a game, I'll give it to you, called Final Fight on the Super Nintendo that resembled this game from the Sega
Right.
very closely.
Final Fight was an arcade game that was ported to the Sega to try to compete with this masterpiece.
Yes. Any ideas?
I believe.
What is it, Pappa J?
Streets of Rage 2.
No.
Is it the first one?
Yes, it's the first Streets of Rage, Pappa J. You got it correct.
I was digging the music, and I remember the music in the second one being the best. That's why I decided it was the second one.
Oh, I see. The second one is my favorite. That's the one you and I played the living hell out of when you came to visit me in my trailer.
Was
when
it
I
by
living with one of
Kimco?
my mom's many of boyfriends. What's up?
Oh, well, so I remember playing the game Top Gear,
Yeah.
and the soundtrack sounds very...
Top Gear had some good music to it, but it was more
So,
chiptune-y.
what was the
than
name of this game?
This game is called Streets of
Streets
Rage.
of Rage.
It was released August 2nd, 1991.
The soundtrack won many awards.
The composer was Yuzo Koshiro. And I think he just did the Streets of Rage series. It doesn't give any more that he's done. But right now you can literally find it anywhere on the Apple iTunes store, wherever you get your apps on that thing.
Streets of Rage?
Yes, you can go get that right now. You can get a couple different things. And I
Nice.
think the Android also has it. Your computer has it. You can, if you want to play these old classics, now is the time to do it because they're easier to get than ever. They're everywhere.
And now to get the original ones is getting more expensive by the
And
day.
of course, the genre is beat 'em up, fighting game, side-scrolling beat 'em up.
They just come out with
1991,
part
dude.
4.
Yes, on the Xbox One, dude.
I've got it on the Switch.
You do? I played the heck out
Love
of
it.
it with Paige, my little girl,
Oh,
on
yeah?
the Xbox One. Yeah, it's so cool. It's so cool.
Is it cross-platform?
Probably
not
I don't know
with
if
my
it's
luck.
cross-platform, but it's out on multiple
'Cause
platforms.
you and me can finish it.
We'll just get an Xbox. I already have a Switch.
I have it for the Switch.
Is it free on the Switch?
No.
Kick rocks then, boy. You gonna pay for it? You going to pay for it for me? Well, don't worry. Maybe our lip service can pay for it. But
Yeah.
I got a way you guys can win some prizes. That's by listening to this week's brand new clue just for you. And your goal is either live here now or anytime after. You got 1 week until next week to guess the name of this, I'll give you a clue, movie. And type that anywhere into our social media. And like I said, you'll know you're right by me reaching out to you via DM and sending you a picture of our prize vault and you picking what prize you want. All right, you ready, Pappa J?
All right.
Are you sure you're ready?
Yeah.
I don't think you can handle this one.
Dude, bring it on. Come on.
Can you handle the truth?
I can't handle the
You
truth.
can't handle it.
Did you order the code red?
It's funny because you guys think this is probably going to be from that movie.
I am Gunnery Sergeant Hartman, your
I know
senior
it.
drill instructor. From now on, you will speak only when spoken to.
You know it, Eric?
And the first
I
and
think so.
last words out of your filthy sewers will
Abbreviation.
be, sir. Do you maggots understand that?
FMJ?
Bullshit, I can't hear you. Sound off like you got a pair. Sir, yes, sir. If you ladies leave my island, if you survive recruit training, you will be a weapon. You will be a minister of death praying for war. But until that day, you are pukes. You are the lowest form of life on earth. You are not even human fucking beings. You are nothing but unorganized, grabastic pieces of amphibian shit.
It gets a little more racy towards the end here. If you guys have ever seen that movie, you're very familiar with what this is. It shouldn't be a question. You either know it or you don't. And if you don't know it, I implore you to go find out what this is and then watch this movie because it changed me.
Let me tell you, our Lee Army there, the drill instructor, he was brought on board this project to be a consultant in how a drill instructor acts.
Yes.
And eventually they just gave him the part.
He's great. He's in a lot of movies.
And he was a drill instructor during the period of time this mysterious movie takes place in. Now, this movie is kind of two movies in one.
Yeah.
You got the boot camp scenario,
Oh, that's
and
right.
then you got the war
The
scenario.
very front of the... It's like a 3-hour-long movie.
The
I
front
feel
half
like.
of the movie, much better, in my opinion, than the second half of the movie, and the movie's too
Is this
long.
where sucky $5?
That's it.
That's where this came from.
This is the pure Alabama black snake. No tubuku.
No tubuku. What the heck?
Yeah.
It was a movie of its time, let me tell you
was.
what. And
It
if you
was
were
the
around
80s.
or if you were in the military, normally you would know.
That's when I saw it, is when I was in the military.
That's when I heard it. I think that's when I first saw it, too. I was like, oh, my God, why are you showing me this while I'm in the military? You're just giving me ideas, my friend. Stop it.
Right.
You're already vulnerable. You're in a place you don't want to be in. You almost got it. That would have been great. You're in a place that you wouldn't want to be in.
Right.
To see this movie and everything. It's pretty much what you're living. It's nuts. It's nuts, my friend. Eric, get your tootsies away from my chair, bud. I don't trust you. I'm moving left and right so you can't hit my nozzle.
No more for the end of the show.
What do you mean?
I'm not going to do it.
I don't believe that because I've been told
See,
things before to my
what
face
it is
and
is-
then it happens.
Look right here.
Yeah?
No more for the end of the show.
Look right here.
Yeah.
I don't believe you.
See,
I don't believe
he had to move his legs out because he's afraid I was going to kick him.
Look at
I
this.
know a joke's only funny once, so I don't retell it.
You know what? Since you did that to him, he probably realizes how dangerous it is for me to do that, and he sees my feet right here, so he's probably waiting for you to stretch my feet. So, okay, I got
He's
you
a
to
little
think.
angry at me because I trapped him in
I
his
don't
chair.
believe it. Listen, if it happens again, I'm just going to say I told you so. Quick,
love it.
Pappa J. I saw you
Right.
kick his chair, and then I saw him eyeball my chair. You guys play this chair game. But, hey, like I said, if you think you know the answer to this, go to all our social media. At BigLipRadio, type the name of this movie into there, and we'll let you know via DM if you're a winner. And you'll get to pick a prize from the BigLipRadio prize vault, my friends.
Yes.
Pappa J, you didn't get to pick no prizes at this IZW Grand Prix event.
No, I didn't.
You have a lot of bad luck at these events. There's a lot of familiarities between the two as well. IZW Grand Prix,
right,
and IZW was Monster Regulate.
You mean both times he's ended up on his
Both times
laid
you've
out?
been on the same position, belly first. Why? What the hell do you do
Well, here's
to
what I don't
irritate
Wait. And somebody grabbing his ass too.
There's people grabbing your ass and trying to take bites out of it. You can find that on our social media. Pappa J, what the hell is going on?
Here's what I don't understand. Gino apologized to me for the first time.
What do you
and
mean?
I was like, oh, okay. He wouldn't do it again.
Yeah, he would.
And then, like Charlie Brown running for the football, Lucy yanked it away.
He did. Just you got Charlie Brown so hard.
Did you hear?
So hard, and I thought we were all best friends, having a great fucking
Right,
time.
we're gonna play some musical chairs.
I don't trust him.
Go watch the interview of you and Gino, as well as me, but it's mainly you and
Sounds
Gino.
like a freaking bomb exploded.
Oh, go
Dude,
watch it.
you're playing games with him again.
I gotta beware.
They were
But
playing musical chairs. You see that?
He did a face turn.
And did you see that they were doing musical chairs with 2 chairs? With 2 people? These guys are idiots.
Thought about that later, but
Yeah, thought about that later.
I thought about that later.
So you both
I
just
wish
sit
I
down.
thought about that then. But he did a face turn, so I know the next IZW event.
He's gonna
You're gonna lay him out?
Fully legal. I know he's not gonna do that again.
You don't think?
Yeah,
he will?
right.
Because he did a face turn. Baby faces don't do that. So I can relax and let my guard down this time.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
No.
Because he's a baby face.
Are you
now.
telling me he let out all of his aggression on you?
Well, I'm
Maserati-
watching.
The guy in the
Maserati
wheelchair
was
is going
there.
to
And
take
he
him
had
out
a
next
thing
time.
for her, so I think
He
he was
did. Hey,
very.
mommy,
he had a
said-
lot of tension built up. You know what I'm saying?
There was a lot of
And
tension.
Mamacita was walking around, and then Papi Chulo
He's
had
probably,
some tension.
he's
built
probably
up.
upset he had to eat those crappy donuts.
Something.
He
man.
had 2 donuts that were 3 days old, all squished and nasty in a plastic
He's
baggie.
trying to get Larry to eat him.
They're so disgusting.
He's trying to get Larry to eat him, my friend.
I can't
Gino
believe
doesn't
Larry
like
didn't.
you. I don't know if you've understood that.
No, he
yet.
likes me.
He doesn't
We're
because
buddies.
'Cause you don't
the
pay him
first
money.
time you guys did a rock paper scissors tournament,
Right.
regardless of who
I don't
won,
remember
he
who won.
beat your ass with his belt. He pulled your shirt
whip.
like a hockey player
Like
from the top of your butt crack to over to the front of your face, so you couldn't see anything. Put
Right.
you belly down on our podcast studio. Mind you, I was terrified because all of our equipment's on that. I don't know if that table was
Right.
gonna hold up. I was shitting bricks, and then he pulls off his belt and starts whipping you with his belt. Last pay per view.
Like he was my daddy or something.
The last pay per view we did. So now here we come, IZW Grand Prix.
Right.
So he's
Turn the
supposedly
page. It's a new day.
supposedly he's apologized to you a couple times.
He did. We're buddies.
We go through the podcast. It's going
Right.
great. We're
Right.
asking questions. Sometimes he gets a little tense and he doesn't answer anything we ask him.
He no-sold us on his portion of the interview.
But then he gives us great other information. Like we
Right.
talked to him about other stuff, and I'm like, what the hell?
Well, he's happy to talk about Maserati.
I'm telling you, man, we were like connecting on a whole different level. I thought.
Right. I thought we were becoming best friends. So then he wanted to play with me at recess.
Something clicked in this gentleman's mind
And
where
I'm
he's
like,
like, you know what,
yeah.
Pappa J, we're playing musical chairs. And you're
Yeah.
like, what?
So we're ending this on a good note.
Because you know you're gonna get your ass kicked if you tell him no. So you obliged and complied and went down and played musical chairs with 2 people and 2 chairs.
Right.
Yep.
Now,
I didn't think about
now
that.
little do you know, you had zero idea what was going on anyway. So the
Right.
fact that there was 2 chairs or 1 chair probably wouldn't have made a difference because you're like, all right, well, we're playing musicals. Let's just walk around. You walked around these fucking chairs, and I cannot believe
He grabbed a chair
the stones on this gentleman
and just laid
Gino.
you out.
He picked
Grabbed
up
that,
the
smacked
chair
him in the back.
that was sitting there. So you both would have had a chair, regardless.
Right.
You both would have won. So I
He
don't know what
didn't
the hell the
even
deal
need
was.
the
He picked up that folding chair, folded it up. You had no idea.
No.
Came up behind you real quick.
waiting for the music to stop, right?
And then you got whacked with a fucking chair.
And
Sound
laid
like
out on the ground.
Sounded like a bomb went off, didn't it?
It was the loudest thing I've heard in person in a long time,
I
besides me clapping.
I hit the deck so hard.
You
the
forgot
lights
all the
flickered.
interviews that you did earlier.
You bounced
I
off your
did.
knees on the way down. How are your knees? You bounced off your knees. You see it in the video.
Oh, dude,
You bounced off. How do they feel? It looked like it hurt.
My hand hurts.
And then
'cause
you
my
try
hand
to catch it.
flattened
You try to
down.
prop yourself up with your hands on the way down so you don't smash your face, and you smash something. A lot of shit. How did it feel? You were
And-
knocked out for a little bit.
You know, it's too
Right.
bad he didn't hit himself in the face. He'd look
And
better.
then next thing I know, you're trying to lift me up, and you're telling me, grab my finger.
I was like, squeeze my finger. I didn't even know
Make
if you were
sure that
alive.
I'm still
the
awake.
only thing I know to do in the wrestling world is to
Squeeze
have
my
somebody
finger.
squeeze your finger so I
Right.
know if you're dead or alive, because that's the easiest thing you can do.
Right.
You understand whether you're paralyzed or whether anything you're deaf. You can read a mouth. Squeeze my finger is very apparent.
Or grab by
And
the
that's-
ear.
And if you're a wrestling fan, you know that's the one way you know whether you need to call 911.
Right,
because
right.
pain is pain, but there's tolerable pain.
Right.
And my friend, I was this close to calling 911 because I thought you were done. If you wouldn't have gotten up after I kind of pulled you up and then went to go find my phone during the interview.
Right.
And then you started getting up. I was like, oh, thank God.
I looked like I was staggering, didn't I?
You didn't really know what was going on.
I was trying
You had
to
no
figure
idea
out
what was going on. You got
where
hit
Gino went.
again, Pappa J.
And then I watched the video and I see Gino sit down in a chair and he goes, I win.
This man,
What a
Gino,
dick.
came in and pretty much ran our show.
He did.
He came in the first 30 minutes, talked crap to one of our biggest fans.
Right.
While they're just completely doing it. We did his interview, didn't give us no information.
Nope, no
Completely
sold us.
Shoved his dick right in our earlobes.
Right.
And then he hits you with a chair. Doesn't buy any of our merch.
No, he didn't buy a thing.
This guy, you say he's turning face?
Well, he did a face turn in the ring one of the last matches of the night.
Was it because he took it all out on you?
I have no idea why
He got
decided-
all of his pent-up aggression for Maserati out on you?
He was wrestling Watson after the match. He beat Watson, and he said, "Hey man, your effort, your talent got me feeling some kind of way, man. I just want you to know I respect you." And he held out his hand. Watson refused to shake it, but he got down, walked around the ringside, fist bumping all the crowd instead of talking shit to him.
Well, I feel like each time you get hit by Gino, you kind of lose a little bit more of your brain cells. You're starting to stroke out more often between each event.
That was a hard hit.
You know, I got worried because at the end of the show, when we were going to leave, Pappa J disappeared. And there was an ambulance outside.
All right.
There was an ambulance outside.
I was like, oh, it wasn't Pappa J?
No.
There's a couple
I wonder
other
who
things
pissed
I want
off
to
Gino
hit
then.
on before.
Real quick,
What's up?
if you're listening, man, I want to get an interview, dude.
You're a fucking idiot, Pappa J.
Yep.
You're lucky you were grandfathered into this family because I would have disowned you fucking years ago.
Gotta get an interview.
We got three
we
of
try
them.
to get.
We got three of them with
we
that
try
same.
to get more.
Deshade is the guy that he keeps asking an interview for after we've interviewed him for 10 minutes.
Oh, so
I can't even speak
embarrassing.
straight, Pappa J.
You didn't even get an interview with the Nav Warrior.
No, not last night, but
There's two things that I want to cover before we round
Close
off
out?
this show.
all right, let's
Pappa
do
J.
it.
The first thing, disappointment, not a show killer. Still enjoyed what they had to offer.
All right.
Big Swinging Wiener showed up.
Yes.
The Big Swinging Wiener was the vendor that shows up, hands out the drinks, hands out the snacks, hands out
Right.
the foods. Remember how last pay-per-view, the IZW Regulate, we had Big Swinging Wiener there with a nacho
Pizza box.
Pizza box.
topped with everything, cheese, jalapeno, whatever you wanted inside of a pizza box. Now, the number one, I went up to this gentleman at the Big Swinging Wiener who was working the stand there. And I said, hey, bud, how come you don't have any more pizza boxes? Because now they were giving nachos in this plastic or tinfoil-ish tray that doesn't.
Disposable roasting tray.
It was a roasting tray.
Yes, and they loaded it, right?
Oh, yeah, they loaded
it. It was every bit the quality. It's not the same
gimmick.
Not coming out of
that, you call it a gimmick. It's
a gimmick.
Whatever it was, it caught everybody's attention. Because I went up to him specifically and I said, hey, bud, where's the pizza boxes?
Right.
And he kind of held his two fingers in his mouth and pulled the trigger like in his imaginary gun that he's holding in his mouth.
Right.
He's
like
like, get in line, bud. You're like the 100th person to ask. No, I'm just kidding. He's very nice. He told
at least
me
he knows it matters, man.
He does. He told me
the gimmick.
You're like the 14th person to come up and tell me that, hey, bud, where's the pizza boxes?
Hey,
now,
we've been selling it all goddamn month.
I know, to show up and there's no pizza box of nachos.
You know what though? It was much easier to eat out of the tray.
The thing about the pizza boxes, and he told me this. He said the pizza boxes at the corner. Number one, they have people that make them there, and the guy that usually made them for him wasn't there this time. It was just him.
All right.
So he didn't have any help.
Yeah,
And
he was by himself.
Number two, the pizza boxes leaked. It
you
leaked
get cheese
because
everywhere?
it's cardboard.
Right.
It's cardboard. So just like pizza, when you leave it in the box, it kind of the oil will soak through. Well, just imagine having not only pizza, but you got actual nacho cheese, juicy jalapenos, and whatever else.
Chili and beans.
Chips, all kinds of things just soaking through the corners.
Oh, so good. Now I want one.
I know. I'm excited for the.
You guys didn't even get one, man.
We stole
I had
yours.
a whole thing of that.
We stole yours. Everybody stole yours, Eric, last time. This time you got one again, and guess what?
You guys all walked away and ate the whole thing.
No. The pregnant lady stole yours.
Well, yeah, she came in.
I don't want to give too many names, but the pregnant lady, which we all know, that's why I said it.
Yeah, check our YouTube. You'll find out soon.
Yes. They've released it, but I'm not going to say it here because they said it, not me. So,
But did you know that Pappa J has a shirt from the Big Swinging Wiener now?
You got a shirt from the Big Swinging Wiener?
I got to wear that tomorrow. You're right.
Yep.
I do. It's a white shirt. I'm not looking forward to wearing it because it makes me look fat.
Well, white shirts in general just don't last. If you're anybody from grew up in the 80s,
if you
70s,
pizza box nachos,
90s, maybe not 2000s, well, you know white doesn't last. White gets dirty, pit stains. We're dudes. We do things. We don't just sit in front of our computers all day.
And if your stomach's a little
well,
bit
this
big,
guy does.
Well, maybe I do too. But either way, I said either way. That's my other crutch for the night. God damn it.
Right, either way.
My hand and either way. One last thing I want to hit on before we decide to close out this show,
guess
Pappa
that
J.
actor.
Yeah.
No.
What?
I said we don't have to do that. We're already way past the time, so I'm closing out with something else that are already going to drag us even further over time than we are.
Well, we got
Remember?
6 minutes.
It's the show that I'm surprised.
Oh
you're not
man,
saying
I've been
that.
waiting for this guest this actor.
You've not even. It's always a different actor, so you don't know who you're waiting for. What does that mean? It doesn't make sense.
It's a challenge.
Okay, we'll do that after. I've noticed.
Right.
Again. You know how we've hit on Eric's dark side?
Right.
I went in to a lot of these matches because we got to man the booth, the merch booth, the podcast table.
Right.
Somebody's always got to be there, and I appreciate that. I went in with Eric, and he was only in there for what I saw to be one match.
All right. You witnessed one match.
Was I wrong?
The first match.
That was it?
That's the first match I've ever seen inside the room.
Really?
One match. And guess which match it was?
Oh, no, I saw 2.
It had to be the chick match.
Yes, see,
Well,
that's it. He fucking got it. The chick match. I was with, I don't know what other, he's about to tell you a
And
story
that was
about
just by
something I had
happenstance because somebody
have
finally manned the table.
zero
And I got
idea.
to go in.
I went with him, and the only time I saw him in there or looking was during female
Right.
matches. Even when I wasn't in there, I could see his head poking through the door. Only when there was females wrestling.
There was 2 matches left.
Eric, you like women. You're trying to fight that you don't like women right now. You sure you want to do that?
Whatever.
Yeah. You're trying to fight me that you don't
There
like
was
women.
5 women to fight.
Fight me, weirdo.
Yep. It was kind of a weird match because of tag team 3-on-2.
Right, it
the match
was.
was great. Maserati was in
Yep.
it, that
Right.
woman's match, and my eyes were glued to her because she was the high-flying one. She was the one that was doing all of the crazy stunts.
Yep.
Everybody else was wrestling great, but hers stood out the most.
Right, and great crowd work, too.
Great.
She's got that down.
She's talking to Larry. Shut the fuck up, Larry. She said that. Larry's the guy we interviewed, the same Larry I'm talking about. We talked about it on this podcast.
Yep.
Shut the and Eric's over here. We're in the VIP section laughing. As soon as the women are done, he's out.
Right.
No.
I rolled out because I had to go
Dude,
to get something.
what was
He's
the
out.
match after that? It
I
was
don't
the
know.
Grand Prix.
The
Grand Prix came out, and then it was 2-on-2-on-2.
I don't remember any of that. Maybe
Winner of the Grand Prix. Let's announce that before
Go
we
ahead,
move
Pappa
on.
J.
It is the Brothers of Wrestling. It is R3 and Evan Daniels.
Do you know what the Grand Prix is to explain it?
And not only that, but they did a heel turn at the end and talk crap to the crowd.
They did. What's the Grand Prix match?
What
What
do
is
you
the
mean?
Grand Prix match?
That's the tournament for the greatest
style?
tag team
What's the style?
in all of IZW.
Yeah, so is it 3 tag teams fighting each other? Or is it 2 tag teams fighting?
Two-man tag teams.
Okay.
Dude.
Right.
How many 2-man tag teams?
How many did they have?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. I know
Well,
they
you-
had 3 in there, but I'm trying to get you to explain it. God, do you know how to podcast?
Nope.
Huh?
You're tired. I saw you yawn a couple times,
Look,
and I haven't
man,
called you out.
I am not going to be right until I get an interview with the Shade.
Okay. You stick to that, buddy. Make sure you
Dude,
reach out to him and
hey,
ask him before you just
The Grand
start-
Prix match
You know,
was
I'll
great.
do that. Hold
Watching
on.
Navajo
reach out to him
Warrior
right now.
I'll reach out to him.
and the guy he was fighting,
Oh
both the
my
guys are like 300 pounds, from 6 feet, both dropping and hitting the mat at the same time. Dude, you watch the crowd jump after that.
Now, I can say wrestling has played and still plays in some of our lives a dominant role or a prominent role, a very notable role, at least in my life throughout the years. How about you, Eric? Have you ever watched, like, just sat down and watched it?
No.
Maybe we got to call you over because you come to the events and you enjoy them, I feel like.
I'm
you
not-
never complain. You
I'm
always
not
have
that
a good
big into
time.
wrestling.
Do you have a good time at the events?
Yeah, it's all right.
Okay,
It's
cool.
good.
That's all I care about. Pappa
Watching
J.
the guy spin in midair with his beads flying off of his hair into the crowd.
Yes, dude,
that was
it's
kind of
so
funny.
good. It's so everything there is perfect. It's not too big. It's not too small. There's people in there, so you know there's people watching, and you're enjoying the same thing together. That's what I miss, and that's what I enjoy. Pappa J, this is definitely something we've been involved in for a long time.
Right.
These IZW events, they're really good, aren't they?
I've never had this much fun
That's
in
what I'm trying
professional
to get out.
wrestling in my entire life.
I'm waiting to see you get in there as an exhibition match.
That's so good.
All right, now, all one word, at the Shade Reel. Hey,
What are you doing right now?
Want
you're typing. You're reading. Okay. You're texting him right now.
Right now,
winky face, winky face.
No. I'll let him worry about it.
You let him worry about it. That's funny.
There we go. I still want that interview.
Well, you know what we have control of, Pappa J.
What do we have control of? Yeah.
Oh, yes, ladies and gentlemen. When you hear that, that means it's time for Guess This Actor. Which I'm surprised that Pappa J doesn't sit here and sing, "This is a show that never ends."
We got 2 minutes.
This is the one time he hasn't sang that. Maybe my time's off. I don't know, but I'm very appreciative.
I'm having a lot of fun.
Because we get to play this game, and I don't have to hear nobody bitch, my friend. I don't have to hear none of that. I mean, we all have to hear it on a daily basis from our jobs or from our wives or from our children. Somebody's constantly bitching at us, whether it's Eric bitching at me, whether it's you bitching at somebody's doing it, but I'm here to bitch at you guys about Guess This Actor.
All right, let's do it.
All you got to do is guess the name of this actor based off of the movie clues I gave you. I'll give you a name of a movie that this actor played in and the date, just so you can help yourself out. Google is allowed.
Yeah.
Type it in. This is a now opportunity.
This is just for pride. That's why Google's allowed.
I want to know how much you guys know about movies, my friend.
Let's do it.
No, it's not him.
It's not him. He's already got somebody pulled up. Who you already got pulled up?
Rowan Atkin.
Nobody. I have the shade.
All right. Here we go. 2013. First movie. I'll start off slow. It's Runner. Runner. 2 words. 2013. After the third movie I give off, I'll start speeding up.
Oh, well, there's a lot of this is a big cast.
Well, I gave you that movie on purpose. I'm starting to figure out how my own game works.
Right, this is a big cast.
All right. 2007. A movie called The 11th Hour.
Let's see.
All right. In 2016, before the flood. Okay. All right, Pappa J. You did the thing that I always talk about that you do when you think you know it.
Yeah.
Give me the initials.
LD.
All right. 2019. Ice on Fire. Do you have any idea?
I haven't seen any of those.
Me neither.
Before I go ahead and reveal it, because other things may have tipped me off, that somebody might know. 1998, Celebrity. Are you sure now, Pappa J?
Yeah.
Are you sure you're sure? 2018, Delirium. 2015, Spotlight. 2001, Don's Plum. 1992, Poison Ivy. 1991, Critters 3. See? You double. Freaking 2018, Robin Hood. Red Riding Hood in 2011. The Quick and the Dead, 1995. Total Eclipse, 1995. This man was busy in 1995. The Boy's Life, 1993. Body of Lies, 2008. If you think you know it at this point, go ahead and guess it, because I'm about to get to some of the movies that are going to give it away.
Retardo Decapitated.
Django Unchained, 2012. The Departed, 2006. Catch Me If You Can, 2002. The Great Gatsby, 2013. The Revenant, 2015. The Wolf on Wall Street, 2013. Who is it? Before he said what he said, did you have any idea? Okay, so now that you heard it, who is it, Eric?
Leo DiCaprio.
Yeah, you got it.
Retardo Decapitated.
Yes,
Titanic.
and in 1997, you are correct. Titanic.
What's
Gilbert
Grape?
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Romeo and Juliet,
God, he's been in a lot of
Inception, What's Eating Gilbert Grape in 1993, The Departed, all that good stuff, Pappa J. All that good stuff. Why are you sleeping? Open your eyes, dude.
Yeah, man, we're good.
Open your eyes. We're doing a show. We're doing a podcast. But guess what, Pappa J? You know what?
Woo!
Close your eyes once again, because we've made it to the end of the show. I know you're very excited about that, Pappa J. But do not worry, you, Pappa J, will have to be back here next Tuesday. Next Tuesday!
Yeah!
Live. I'd like you to show up around 4:30 so we can hit the live button between 5 and 6. And all you guys got to do is go like and subscribe on all of our social media, which includes Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, iHeartRadio, wherever you are hearing us. We don't only do a video podcast, we do an audio podcast as well. It comes out usually after this. So if you didn't catch us live, go listen to the audio form or watch our YouTube. Like, subscribe. Like I said, that's the best way to help us out. We do contests. We give away prizes. We taste snacks. We do so much. And it's not even for you guys. It's because we love to do it, but I know you love it too, so that helps us keep doing it. We appreciate you. Go hook up our lip service, BigLipRadio.com/lip service. Check us out whenever, however, wherever, and we'll catch you guys next Tuesday. With that being said, peace.
All right, guys. On this week's episode of Big Lip Radio, number 168.
What the fuck are you doing?
Well, I'm recording our teaser video.
You know everybody can fucking hear you live.
We got Late right there. We got Zmunny right there.
I'm fucking muting you.
Big Pappa J right there.
Yeah, I know we're still live, and I know you're all still watching. What the fuck was that, Pappa J? What the fuck was that?
I'm into new stuff.
You're into new stuff. I didn't have anybody muted, and we were closing out the show, and all of a sudden we hear, "Hey, I'm Pappa J, and we're fucking here with Big Lip Radio episode goddamn 395."
I can't wait to hear it.
Holy crap! I appreciate you and your creativity, but
can't wait
I don't
to
know if
hear
I'm
it.
fucking on board with it. Jeez.
Well, we'll find out. It might be something I never do again.
What
Or
you guys
might
are
be-
hearing is just
hope so.
extra
I
content
hope
because
it's
I
something he
haven't
never does
stopped the
again.
live stream. So you're welcome. You're fucking welcome. The podcast portion's been over 30 seconds ago now.
All right, this is all free content just for you. Hey, you can see you get my ass chewed because I wanted to try something new. Because I
No.
love change.
No.
I embrace it.
You don't love change.
I love it.
No. Well, then drink that Heineken.
Well, I
That's
can't.
change.
Oh, boy, that
That's a
changed
good
my life
change. It's
by
been
midnight.
28 years of change right there,
That
right?
changed my life by
It'll
midnight.
change you real quick, bud. Hey, thank you all so much for watching us live. That's one of our favorite things that you guys do, and it's one of the best ways you can help support us out. Check us out live. Like, subscribe. That's all we need you to do. Like, subscribe. Watch us, please. That's another thing we'd like you to do. Give us your input, comments. Tell us what you want. Tell us what you don't want. We may or may not listen to you. We take every opinion and criticism into consideration, but fuck you if we use it. So
Right.
either way, we will
Right.
catch you
It's
guys
ours. We own
next Tuesday for real this time.